Did it work? Can you hear me? Are we here? I can't tell. I can't even see. Right now, I can't see shit. Right now, I can't even look at my little VU meter and go, all right, my voice is going. I am totally relying on the kid. I'm telling you, we are progressing here. We're becoming somebody. We're dragging ourselves along tooth and nail. I'm telling you. The kid's got his own mic, and I have a headset. You see that? And I have to. I know all the other big podcasters, the live stream dudes, they all have headsets when they're talking in a multiple setting. I got it. And now I got to do it too. We're trying to do it, but the thing is that I have to be able to hear the kid. I got to hear Gen X mom, and they have to be able to hear me. And remember how we used to call? I used to have a headset, and we'd call each other to do that. Well, those days are long behind us. Yeah, we're moving along. We're learning. You're part of the learning curve. I'm afraid that's the way it's just going to have to be. So, all right. Let's see. Okay, you realize when you start talking and I have to stop and listen, all they hear is a big pause in my dumb face. Well, you gotta keep... Hold on a second. Hold on. Do you got something to say? What? Say it.
No, I don't have anything to say.
Well, you're on mic right now. Everyone's listening to you. So what do you
talk?
What?
I'm not saying anything.
Well, then shut the fuck up. God damn fucking kids. Yeah, did you see that? Push of a button, he's there. Push of a button, he's gone. Okay, so yeah, Gen X mom is running between the sheets. The sheets are really fucking weird tonight. I got a little iPad next to me, and I won't go into why I have to use that. I can't use the big sheets over here. Gen X mom and I are between little sheets tonight. It's a very cozy environment, it's for sure, but we'll see if it works out. It should. So she's between the sheets. She's got your comments. She'll put some stuff up there. If you got something worth saying and I miss it, then she'll post that, and I'll get to it eventually. Just hang around for a little bit. Drink a cold adult beverage, and everything will be fine. We'll get to you in turn. All right. So, who is here? I can't scroll back. I am not allowed to touch the mouse. I cannot scroll back. All I can see is what's in front of me. So don't be upset if I don't say your goddamn name. Mary Mistretters Jr., Yuckmall's in here. Trish and Two Bear. James Shanaver, Shanaver, Top Knots Rule, Kid Brother Joey's in here, KG Texas, yeah, it's fine if he's here, but I really prefer it when she's here. The missus is so much nicer. Michael Cornenberg, Loud Ones in the house, Bananas is here. Look Down Darby Williams, boy, that goes back over 2 years. Look Down Darby Williams is here. You guys, nobody remembers that. That was the funniest fuck. I'll tell you what happened. We were doing a big show. Remember the big shows we used to do? And there was two of us, and we had dead air. And not that we wouldn't do them again, but we just haven't done one in about a month. But the big show, all the stuff we did there, and Darby was making comments and saying stuff and doing stuff. And so on air, I said, well, it's for him, Darby, or her, Darby. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. And all of a sudden, the kid looks at the camera and goes, yeah, Darby, we need to know if you're a man or a woman. Could you just take a minute and look down and let us know if you're a man or a woman? I about fucking lost my mind laughing. I can't tell you. I think half the audience was just pissing. They couldn't. It was so funny the way he said. He straight-faced it. He straight-faced the whole fucking thing. He's like, hey, Darby, could you look down? Let us know if you're a man or a woman there. Help us out. We'd address you correctly. And from that moment on, it was the look down Darby moment. I tell you. Member Nightbot's in here. He's an extra. Member, thanks for showing up. Nightbot. He's an extra. Why is it always Nightbot? You're not just an extra. You've been doing this for a long time. It's made on my screen. It makes it look like you just got here. You didn't just get here. God, that's fucking irritating. I got to hear a little bit outside the can. All right. So, yeah, we had stuff. We had stuff to talk about. There was all these things in here. And, all right, let me cover the birthday stuff. I got a list of birthdays that I got yelled about. So I'm going to go back a little bit. It's not my iPad. It's not pink. Okay, you're on the air. What?
Nightbot gifted 1 Gen X Talk membership to Brian Cleland.
Brian Cleland? I thought Brian Cleland was already a member. Oh, so now you want to talk. Okay, let me turn it on.
No. I didn't want to talk on air. I was just giving you inside information. Whenever you are messing up and I give you like the little inside skinny.
You're telling everybody that you're giving me inside information carrying the show?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Is that what we're leading people to believe?
You're welcome.
Oh, for God's sake.
My screen froze.
Well, mine's okay, I think. All right, so what are we talking about here? The birthday thing, that was a big deal. Birthday shout-outs, Keith Lanternelli, Michael Goss, Charlie in the Box, Jeffrey Lawson, Allie, we took care of her, Ms. Liz, and David Hemphill. That should cover us for the last month. It's written down. If I didn't get to the see, the problem is I didn't get to the birthday on the birthday. Then it's like, well, do I say something about it because it was 2 days ago? If I'm gonna miss it tomorrow, should I say something now? Is that a little bit early? Fuck, I get all confused. You know, the stuff you guys have me do, I just don't fucking get. All right. So we're moving along. There is some stuff I wanted to get to. I'll get to one of my drunkest stories in Las Vegas. I'll get to that one in a minute. And I'm not going to talk about that motherfucker right now. I'll say, the podcast. God, you guys, everyone wrote me emails about the last podcast. They want to know why I bleeped out Mom's voice. Well, because she went off the reservation a little bit. And so now these emails, there's a mix of emails I'm getting. Half of them say, well, you know, you just, you took out what she said, but we really want to hear what she said. And we're more interested. Every question was about her. Everything was about Gen X Mom. Now, the kid has been kind of pushed to the side because of logistics. He hasn't been around. He hasn't been part of the podcast, maybe one podcast out of the last 6 or 7. Now you guys are pushing me out. Now you guys want me to be the sidekick. You want me to be part of the podcast where she kicks me around for an hour. I don't know if I can hit my masculinity would be extremely damaged if you guys really forced me to do that. But everybody loves Mom. I don't know what the hell that is, but Jesus, H-tap dancing Christ. All right, so Nightbot keeps gifting memberships. I can't go look. I can't look him up. I can't move my screen. He gifted it to Mike. Did Mike get one? So who we got? God, Nightbot is the king of that. I bet if we added up how many memberships Nightbot's gifted out there, it's got to be in the 30s or 40s by now, maybe even more. So here's one for me in between the sheets. Jay Cricket Mayhew. What just happened to Jay Mayhew? We all know Jay Mayhew. Now he's nicknamed himself Cricket. I don't know if I like that. Jay Mayhew. Good evening, General. I'd like to give you a shout out. Shit, I can't fucking read this shit. No fucking way. I can't read this very well without my glasses, and there's no fucking way I'm putting on my glasses in front of you guys. No goddamn way. You seen Drew carry glasses? You seen Army issue glasses? That's what I look like. I'm not doing it. Not happening. Jay Cricket Mayhew, good evening, General. I'd like to give a shout out today. What my father said, and on the worst day of his life, the day of my birth and the day that JFK died. Well, hopefully the worst part was JFK dying. Hopefully it wasn't that you were born. That would be bad. Good Lord. That's a little clarity on that would have helped. All right, so we got that between the sheets. I can read those. Thank you, Gen X Mom, for making those bigger. That was much needed. All right, so Adam Schneidelman, let's see the spectacles. Fuck that. I'm never doing it. We've already seen a pic of you in glass. Ringo, you have? Where'd that surface? Boy, I'll tell you, I'll find out who leaked that out the press. I'll be pissed. Mary Jean Joshua, I know I said this before. My husband and I would really like to meet you and your family. He's going through a lot right now, and he's borderline suicidal. Please pray for him. Thank you. Mary Jean, we're I don't know where you live. We're in the Southern California area, and we're going to be in Las Vegas in January. I don't know, perhaps you might be close enough where you could, see, talk, and do. I would be more than happy to meet you guys, and it'd be great. We can throw back a drink and sit down and talk a little bit. Nightbot, people think it's positive when I gift someone a membership until they see the bus going off the cliff. Nightbot, I wasn't really going to bring that up, but you keep giving out memberships. You're giving free e-ticket rides to people, and they get on and they sit down and they grab the seat in front of them, and then they realize that the bus is doing 60. There's no driver, and we're all taking turns on the steering wheel, like there really is a $2 whore. I'm telling you, it's not good. I'm telling you, it's not good. Nightbot, you guys, I know. I skipped over it because I was going to say you guys don't know what an e-ticket ride is, because there's going to be people that go, what's an e-ticket ride? Really? You seriously don't know what a fucking e-ticket ride? No, I don't know what an e-ticket ride is. Has to do with Disneyland. Has to do with the golden era of Disneyland. An e-ticket ride, you just get a fucking pass. You can get a fast pass for rides. You get a 2-day pass. You can go to different parks. No. There was a booklet you would buy, and the booklet had rides in it. You would take out a coupon, and there was A rides and B and C and D and E ride. And the E ride, you only had a few tickets, but that was the best ride you could ride on. I can't believe I stopped the whole fucking program to explain to a bunch of 30-year-olds what an e-ticket was. I shouldn't say those things. I should watch what I'm saying, but I blow right through in conversation, just using normal terminology, and then I catch myself and go, fuck, nobody gets that. Nobody knows what the fuck I'm saying. Fuck, for Christ's sake. All right, going back over here between the sheets, what do we got in here? Metal Man 200. General, we would never make fun of you in glasses. We are all getting older, sir. Yeah, I know. We're all falling apart. But let's face it, we all don't go around sharing what medications we're taking. We don't talk about the procedures we've got. I mean, I'm not showing my glasses. I just tell you I wear them, and that should be good enough. No fucking way am I going to come out here like Gomer Pyle, with it. I know, you don't know who Gomer Pyle is. Drew Carey? You didn't know who Drew Carey was. At least that was a better shot. I don't know what other way to explain it to you. Just the big fucking military government issue 1950s, the fucking glasses. God, I don't know. Josh Maddox, spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. You got to make sure you got all of them before you get going, Josh. I agree with that. That's a tough one to read there. I'll go back and Extra Stony B member for 5 months, bottom of Glass Nation. You would look like Ricky Vaughn from Major League with a beard, of course. Yeah. Jason Cessna, I want to drink some beer with Dad. $2. Do you guys, has anybody been able to identify the $2 whore tonight? Oh, she's one of you guys. She's an extra. Yeah. And, well, I don't want to give too many clues away. Don't want to say too much about it, but yeah, she's an extra. All right, so I want to start something going here. Now, I don't know whether Gen X Mom can run a tab. Has anybody seen if Mrs. Four Watton's here? Mrs. Four Watton is the queen of this. Mrs. Four Watton is the bookkeeper. She is lovely. She is classy. She is ever present. I love her so much. In fact, I got to drink to Mrs. Four right now. Anybody who loves Mrs. Four, raise a glass. If you don't know Mrs. Four, don't you fucking raise a glass. If you don't like her, don't raise a glass. But for all of us who have been in love with Mrs. Four Watton since the day we met her, and it's different for all of us, raise a glass right now to Mrs. Four. I got to put you to work, sweetheart. Get your pen and paper out. Fuck, spilled it all over myself. Fucking party foul. All right, let's get rid of this shit. Give me some room to breathe here. All right, so we got to jump over to the picture second real quick. Hold on. The man they call Jay, member for 6 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Sending love to Disney Kid and family. We love you all. That sting is not going to go away anytime soon. It is not. And Wisenok, I see you too. God damn it. Wisenok got them all in there. Mrs. Forrest Peaches, the glasses, the beers, and making sure the visual acuities are in tune. Very good. Okay. All right, so we got to go over to the picture side of that, so we'll jump over here. Hope it worked. I'm just hitting a button on Stream Deck. I'm just... All right, so it's over there. Now, if the kid can pull up the Vegas thing real quick, won't be on this picture for too long, and I'll jump back. But and the kid, yeah, you're on mic. What's up?
You said the Vegas picture, right?
Yes, copy that Vegas picture.
Over.
Get that for me?
Yeah, I got that on the screen. Thank you.
Okay, there we go. Vegas picture should be up. Now, you guys know we're going to Vegas. That's a big deal. And it's all coming together. We just sent a bunch of money in to reserve the rooms and the bartender and the music, and we're getting stuff set up. It's going to be a great time. And that's for the special event. The outside event in the casino where there could be 300 people, I don't know who's coming, that's going to be huge. There's going to be 2 big events on Friday night. But the main thing is, this is why I'm bringing this up. There's a lot of people that have emailed me that are trying to go. They want to go, and they're a few dollars short. Some people are they're short the whole way. How much money are you short? And they're like, fucking all of it. I don't have any of the money to go. But there's also people that are telling me, well, General, if I leave work here and I cash in all my aluminum cans, I can pay for a hotel and I can get this, but I'm going to be short some gas money, some food money, some stuff. And I'm working with as many people as I can to help them out. This is a big expense. So what I'm going to do, Mrs. Four, if you can, and I'm sure that Gen X Mom's going to participate, keeping me honest here, keeping me straight. You guys know that I just bought this not even 3 weeks ago. Yeah, this is the General's bobblehead. Looks just like me. It's a perfect likeness, just no hat. Little Superman thing in there. Well, I didn't do that. They chose that. They knew. The guys who made it, they knew. They could have put anything in there. Did they make it Green Lantern? No, they did this. Why? Well, because they knew. Okay, so here's the gig. I'm going to auction this off. I think I paid $120 for it or something. I wanted to try it. It's you can go look it up. It's online. It's Statue Gifts or something. Anyway, this is the only one I got. I only bought one. I wasn't going to resell it. I wanted to keep this for me, but I am willing to auction this off along with an autographed picture to whoever wants this. You will. I'm not going to get another one. I'm not going to order another. This is it. Whoever gets this is going to own the only one. And whatever we sell it for, I'm not even taking my $100 back out of it. I will use that money. There are people that are going to be in need, trying to get to Vegas, trying to participate. Not everybody can get there this time, so we're doing what we can. So I don't know that I even have a limit. It's just like if anybody, I'd like to get more than I paid for it. I'd like to do that. At least I would feel like I was getting somewhere. But anybody who donates money on PayPal or you donate any money in Super Chats, we'll list it out. We'll say the name and we'll keep track of it. And you can keep adding to your stuff. It's not a one-time thing. If you donate $10 and $10 and $10 for your name, it'll keep adding up. But we will go all through the live stream tonight, and we'll get to the end of that. If you donate some, then it'll come out to help the people that can't go or having trouble going. I can't help everybody, but I know that there's ways I can help some. And I'm moving some pieces around the board too to help people. Some regulars, some guys in here, there's some guys and gals in here that are in here tonight. I see their names and they're going, "Oh my God, I hope he's talking about me." I am. I'm trying to. I know you guys don't want me to say your name. I know you don't want me to come out there and say, well, somebody can't go. I'm just saying, I'm not going to call them out and say that they need help. But there's probably 5 or 6 that we could help out right now and get going on that. So anybody who donates anything, label it, say what you're doing it for, drop a $2 bill in there, and we'll just add it up there. If at the end of the night $5 wins it, then $5 wins it. You get it, and I'll put $5 towards helping them out. I'm going to try to help them out anyway. What's that? Vegas Relief Fund is at the top of this. Oh, the total's at the top of the screen. I can't see what's going on. So it's got 0 on it. Okay. All right. So there we go. So you guys are still trying to figure out who the $2 whore is, and we're going to give some money to some people that are trying to go. We'll work on this. We have some cool stuff to auction off. There's one particular item that's going to come out in the next couple weeks that it was donated to us. It's on its way. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I might just bet on it myself and keep it. That's how fucking cool it is. Just, it's badass. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to raise money for the people that are having trouble going. Loud One, $21. First bid for the bobblehead. Loud One just wants the bobblehead so he can tear the head off of it. Because it's me. That's what he's going to do. He's just going to be an asshole about it. All right, Loud One, $21. You're on the clock, baby. $21 is the high bid. All right, so. Well, you have to keep track of who's the highest bid. If you got a thing up there at the top, you're going to have to get word from Mrs. Fort Watton. If it comes up there, Mrs. Fort Watton will tell you if it goes up. She'll tell you if there's things that go along that line. And so would Gen X Mom. Mrs. Big Rig, $1.99. She's trying to see who the $2 whore is. Did you guys already figure that out? Did you guys already figure out who the $2 whore was? Loud One, I'm going to run it over. He's got a big rig. He's going to run that shit over with one of his diesel trucks and drag the corpse behind the thing all the way across the United States. All right. All right, so let me see where we're at. You didn't want to see it? Well, you did $1.99. You want to see who the $2 whore was, Miss Big Rig. You don't act like you didn't want to see it. You want to see it. Yes, you did. All right. I don't know if you guys figured out who the $2 whore was. I thought maybe somebody said it, but if you didn't, you can keep looking. Okay, so now we got to go back to what I was talking about here. Nightbot, I actually offered to purchase a ticket for you to give away on the stream, but you didn't get the email response. Nightbot, make sure you email Gen X Mom, Nightbot, genxmom@genxtalks.com. If you guys want to do that, you can. All right, before I get back in the sheets, let's turn on Gen X Mom. We just talk softly into her ear, and she's turned on. You are on the...
I'm turned on just by a click.
You're on camera and on microphone. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I don't know if I'm on there. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Gary gave, what am I looking at here? $50. Please give someone a ticket on me. Let me know if I need to increase the amount to cover the ticket.
So that's not towards the bobblehead. That's towards a ticket, right?
Yes.
All right, so write that one down. That's Gary A. donating a ticket. Nightbot said to check PayPal. Did he have something come through too?
Not at the moment. I don't have it.
All right, I'm just saying. It just says check PayPal.
I know.
Okay, so turning you off there. Gen X Mom is off, and we'll go back to the live stream. So yeah. Okay, Gravy. Has there been a video about the general's opinion on disabilities and adaptabilities? No, I don't think anybody's ever asked me that question, or I don't think the kid has even asked me that question. Has there been a video about the general's opinions on disabilities and adaptabilities? I wouldn't even know where to begin. What part of that conversation are we having? There's a lot to that. I just didn't know what you're digging at there. G.I. Jopez. Instead of G.I. Joe, it's G.I. Jopez. Gen X Dad, thoughts on homesteading? Like back in the day, homesteading, when you ran out and put your 4 stakes in the corners, it was, that's where the Oklahoma Sooners, that's where their nickname came from, was people that were ready a big long line, and everybody run out there across Oklahoma, and you can stake your claim to so much of a parcel of land. I forget how big it was. However, there is a homesteading here in California. I don't know if it's a national thing. I know it's a very old thing, but I know you can still do it. If you go down to whatever county you're in, you can file to homestead your dwelling, your house, your property, and you can only do it once. Only do it once. You can't move. You move, then you lose that. Oh, and Nightbot said he's Gary. That's why he said check the thing, because he's Gary. That makes sense. All right, so yeah, the homesteading thing, that's a real thing, and I'm not sure how much it protects you from anymore. I don't know. I gotta try to remember that, but there is something about homesteading where you're claiming this is our family homestead. This is our property. We are not leaving. We are staying here. Our children's children will reside here. Which is why if you fucking move, you're done. You can't do it again. You can't say, oh, sorry, now this house is our homestead, and the next one, you can't do that. But it does or offer some sort of a legal protection, but I don't remember what it is. The lawyers have probably figured out how to fuck us all out of it anyway, so who cares? So that's the gig, yeah. Jason Hyde, favorite father and son moment, you and your father. Wow, that's a tough one. The father who raised me was my stepdad, and my biological father was Wild Bill. I think that what comes to mind with my stepdad, we were down on Whitsett in North Hollywood. There's a big park there. It's like a soccer fields and baseball fields and a golf driving range. And we're getting in an old 72 blue Ford pickup truck, and my 2 little brothers and I, we were getting in the truck, and he went around to the driver's side. And I remember opening up the passenger door and was getting my little brothers in. I couldn't have been more than 12, maybe 13. And some drunk, on acid fucking guy comes by and grabs my brother by the shirt. My little brother's just like, what the fuck, man? What did I do? And I remember I froze at 13. I was like, whoa. And my dad was a big guy. He's a big fucking guy. He came across the hood of that truck. And he grabbed that guy and he pulled my brother off. He pulled his son away, and I thought he was I literally thought he was gonna rip him in 2. I just thought he was gonna grab with 2 arms and he was gonna pull the guy fucking apart, because he was that mad that you touched his kid. And this guy was drunk or high or stoned. He was on, something, and he wasn't a small guy. He wasn't yoked out like he's working, but he wasn't a small guy. And my dad grabbed him, and the fire was in his eyes. But as soon as he separated. As soon as he separated his son, my brother, from the guy, it's like he started to calm down, and he shook the guy, and he goes, "You need Jesus." And he set him down, and we got in the truck, and we drove. Nobody spoke the whole time. We drove all the way home. And I think that's the memory that comes up when you ask me that question, because I've always thought of the times that I should have calmed down when I didn't. I've always kind of admired that he had the ability to kind of turn it off when the situation was handled, when he could. It's like everything's resolved, it's safe, we can tone it down. I'm fucking done. If I'd have been that guy, I'd have been pounding the dude in the face going, don't ever touch my kid again. And for all of you assholes looking on, let this be a lesson to you. Don't ever touch anybody in my family. That's my mentality. Now, I admire him. I wish there was times that I could have calmed down. I wish there was times that I could have been more like him. I think I look at that moment. I know that's not what you're looking for, the bonding moment, but you did ask this guy. And you're going to ask me dumb questions. You're going to get dumb answers. You're going to ask me good questions like that. You're still going to get dumb answers. I don't know. That was just something that came to mind. Gen X Mom is whispering in my ear. Yes, my love, you are back on camera and microphone.
Okay, I have $10 from Christopher towards the Vegas tickets.
Okay. See, I didn't say Vegas ticket. I mean, we're not buying tickets. I mean, tickets could be part of what we're buying, but we're trying to raise money for people who need gas money, who need a hotel room. And if I can get some stuff in there and do, that we can put together some money. This guy needs $200. That guy needs $100. This one needs like $400. I'm trying to get stuff together like that. I mean, I get you're buying a ticket. Why don't you just say it's for the bobblehead? Remember, that's what you're bidding on. You're bidding on the one-of-a-kind, autographed general. This is mine. I wasn't even going to give this away. I'm going to. It's the deal. I'm not going to buy another one. This was mine. I've only owned it for about a month. I love this little thing. And but whoever wins this, your money's going to a good cause. Top bidder gets it. All the rest of the money goes towards the people that need it. And Gen X Mom, you're off there and you're off there. So now you're back quietly. Oh, so that was $10 from somebody. I don't remember who wrote that, who got that, but it was $10. Christopher, $10 in there. Lionheart, $4.99. When you going to auction the action figure of you and the flag behind you? What the fuck are you talking about, Lion? This is the thing I'm talking about. What the hell are you talking about? What am I going to auction that behind you? Uh-oh, Loud One dropped in another $50 for the bobblehead, but he really wants to drag this. He really wants to drag this image of me behind his truck, does he not? They're gonna just fuck it up. G.I. Jopez, do you charge for a podcast? No. If you want to email Gen X Mom, you can. Gen X Mom at Gen X Talks. I don't know whether you're asking for me to be on a podcast. I do podcasts for people all the time. I don't charge. Why would I? I mean, if I have to travel, you could at least make me a sandwich. But that's it. We can shoot the shit and talk. I know that everybody's like, you should charge. If you're in a podcast, you should get some money if you're going to be their guest. Why? It's me. We're just fucking talking. Listen, you out of your fucking mind. I'm going to charge people for that shit. All right. If the kid shows up, he wants a ring pop. Okay, it's a ham sandwich for me and a ring pop for the kid. We'll be on any podcast you want. All right. Mrs. Fort Watton said Loud One is at $76. So the big bid is $76. I'm watching that as it goes by. Tina Plexico is in the group. Tina Plexico, she's from Mexico, buys her gas at Texaco because it rhymes and because I said so. All right, looking here between the sheets, what did I miss? David Black, member for 5 months, bottom of the Glass Nation, 5 months. Said the night you gave me awesome advice on being a father. Bottom of the Glass Nation, down over the cliff we go. Well, David, it's a slow ride down that cliff, but we're all surviving. Eric Leroy, member for 8 months, Legion of X. The Speedo story, not the banana hammock Speedo. I'm not talking about that, Eric. You just need to forget that shit. Scott Royerston, $10. Gen X Dad, listen to me cuss. I'm talking to you like a brother. Learn from this experience, and Jesus will always triumph over anger. I'm saying this because I love you. Listen to me. Oh, cuz, not listen to me cuss. I thought I thought what he said was listen to me cuss. Like, listen to me cuss. And I thought he was going to start cussing. Like I'm talking to you like a bro. Okay, all right. It's got to get it now. I do. All right, so let's see. We got some stuff in here that I missed. We got David Black, Redneck Life. How you feel about hunting? I've never gone hunting. I don't care. I lived in Oregon. I lived in Central Oregon, where the world stops on opening day. I'm telling you, people are rebuilding their trailers. All summer getting ready for the season, all winter getting ready for the next season, and that's a big thing up there. I didn't care about hunting one way or the other. I don't care if you want to go out and hunt. I did whenever I used to drink and have conversations about that. I will tell you that it was kind of funny that I would have conversations with people up in Oregon, and when they get a little rowdy, they get a little, well, I'll fucking hunt when I want to, God-given right. I'm in Oregon. I've been here my whole life. Oregon, man, I'll go hunting my fifth generation hunter, and they got bow hunters or strictly bow, and they got people with rifles. All right, I got you. And I remember sometimes not often, getting into an argument. I said, I'm not sure how tough a guy you really are when you go out hunting and you're going to shoot a deer. I get it. You track the deer. Well, they have senses and they can smell and they can hear. And then, yeah, well, they're also skittish, but they're also trusting. You know, they also know some humans are assholes and some are nice. I mean, it's a fucked up mess, and you can track a deer, and they're faster than us. I got it. I said, but how would you feel if something was shooting back? You still want to go hunting? What the fuck are you talking about? I said, well, this is a true story here. Tell you what, I'll take my gear and I'll go out in the woods and you come find me. But remember, I'm going to shoot you back. All right? Now let's see how you want to sit up on that little blind up there? You want to climb up there in that tree and that little blind sit there? Go ahead. You'd be an easy target for me, motherfucker. If you're going to hunt, then how about hunting something that can shoot back? Now it's fair. Now, if you're a real hunter, if you're this badass motherfucker, why don't we do that? I'm game. I'm in. Let's go. Yeah, kids looking to jump in right here.
Yeah, it reminds me of that book, and I think there was a movie about it, The Most Dangerous Game, where this guy like crash lands on an island, and this guy just hunts like game. Did
he crash land on purpose, or was it like?
Oh no, the ship crashed, shipwrecked, and he's there. And so the guy who's shipwrecked is on this island. And the man who has a huge castle on the island has all these different animals like inhabiting the island so he can hunt them. And that's why it's the most dangerous game, because he asks the guys like, hey, you have to survive for 5 days or I'm going to kill you and you won't leave the island. So
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
It's actually a really good book. You should read it.
Well, and that was Gen Z Kid with his input on that. I still think it would be more challenging. I got to tell you, I think I've only had that argument maybe 4 times over 10 years. I mean, it wasn't like it happened a lot. But when it did happen, boy, you sure get people riled up, because everybody who was sitting around who didn't like what the asshole hunter was saying, because he's just going off the reservation on how macho he is, everyone was like getting macho. That's a 70s term. Fuck, I can't do this anymore. I get macho. It's a Go fucking look it up. Start with the Village People. They even made a song about it. All right. The other people around, in the bar or campfire, or just in a business doing stuff, they would look at him and start laughing at the hunter. You don't want to be a real hunter because they're going to shoot back at you. And they would do that shit to him all the time. So they didn't like that. They would get mad at me like, you brought this foolishness on me. No, you were kind of an asshole before you got here. I just pointed it out. That was it. But it happened a few times. There you go. My take on hunting, I don't care. Just don't be a dick about it. That seems to be a reoccurring theme around Gen X Talks. That's a reoccurring theme. Just don't be a dick. That's it. Lesson for life. Rule number 1, okay? Thank you for showing up and being a human on planet Earth. Don't be a dick. All right. All right. Where are we at here? Got some stuff going on. Nightbot, my donation wasn't for a bid, just a donation. Hopefully someone gets to have a good time. Nightbot, my man, it's going to go in the right direction, I promise you. Two Bear, can we drink? I just snuck one by you, Two Bear. You have to ask me again in a little bit. Squishy, good evening. New guy to your channel here. Squishy. Well, you really enunciate that last 3 letters, not just squishy. Squish, hey. It's got an A-Y. Squish, hey. Hey, if it's your first time here, if this is a first date, all you got to do is relax. I'll do all the work. It'll be easy. Come back if you like to. G.I. Jopez, how can we send you your favorite bottle? A present to have on our podcast. I don't know. The moderators have a P.O. box, a PMB, personal mailbox. It does receive alcohol and tobacco. It doesn't, it's a PMB. It's pretty personal. You can send a lot of stuff, but do not send a Singapore hooker. Apparently they frown upon that, so don't do that. And so, yeah, just somebody can put up the P.O. box, the mailing address. I don't know what it is. Loud one, $100, turn my whole screen red. Just sold the rims off the truck next to me. Loud one probably told him, says, hey, man, you want to buy those wheels? Are they yours? Fuck yeah, they're mine. Now just go ahead and take them off and hurry up before anybody comes around. But give me the money and go get the... I just sold the wheels off the truck next to me. Oh, if that doesn't represent Generation X in the bottom of the glass nation, what the fuck does? Oh, my God. All right, Romy's in here. There we go. Uncle Fatty, I saw him go by. Where are we at here? Let's see. Hey, we got 100 likes. Uncle Fatty says we got 100 likes. Far out, man. I know I'm supposed to whore myself out of please like and subscribe and hit the bell or whatever the shit is. I don't know. Fuck it. Just do the shit that you're supposed to do that all the other streamers and all the other podcast guys do and their videos. Just they remember and they put up little infomercials and shit. Whatever. Just take care of it. Okay. Let's see. Mrs. Fort Watton says, poor Michael Rodder. Now, I don't know what Michael Rodder even said, and I really don't give a shit. That is the biggest fucking whiny crybaby. If there's a crybaby award, that's it. And all the awards at the end of this year, when we do the awards ceremony, there's going to be like 7 top awards for people that have contributed, people that were the funniest, all sorts of shit. Michael's going to get the whiny crybaby award. He gets it. He gets it every fucking year. But this year there's going to be a trophy. There's going to be a little fucking baby screaming and crying with tears like that on a little trophy thing. We're going to have it engraved with. We'll send it to Michael. He gets the crybaby award. No. Don't be. He's not upset by that. He's going to act upset, but he's not upset. If he fucking turns a cheek on me, fucking put him in the woodshed. And I mean put him in there as fast as you fucking can and keep him pinned. What I'm saying is that Michael knows he's a crybaby. He does the crybaby thing to get my attention. And the problem is, most of the time it fucking works. Most of the time I watch it go by, I ignore it, and then finally he just goes for so long I fucking just unload. And he knows he does it. And as soon as I unload on him, he's laughing, sitting back in his chair with his stogie and his drink, and he knows he got to me. Some days you get the bar, and some days the bar gets you. That's a true story. All right. Noel Bakersfield is mentioned in the first verse of the Rolling Stones songs Far Away Eyes. Yeah, I was absolutely amazed. Someone said that Bakersfield is mentioned in so many movies, songs, TV, and I went, no. There's actually some dudes who've compiled lists. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And I didn't know why. When I first read this, it was years ago. And I'm like, why the fuck would everybody have some wording about Bakersfield? And then over the years, I've realized, even before I lived in Bakersfield, which I do, everybody's got a Bakersfield story. Almost everybody has got a Bakersfield story. Or you know somebody. Well, I had a relative that lived in Bakersfield. Got a flat tire in Bakersfield. I mean, there's some story. Almost everybody's got a Bakersfield story. When you run into people, I can drive out to Oklahoma and be hanging out with somebody there, and they're like, "Oh, where are you from? From Bakersfield? I went through in 1979 and broke down." All that kind of shit. It's really everyone's got no reason it made it into movies and TVs and shit. Remember the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks on the island and that fucking porta potty washes up? I didn't like that part too much, but it was porta potty washes up, and it's stamped right in the back. He's out, Tom Hanks, script, Bakersfield, yeah, Bakersfield, the other movie. Everybody's got a Bakersfield story. All right, moving on from Bakersfield. I hate fucks. Can I get the I don't give a fuck award? Yeah, you probably can. Do you guys know that I told you we're on microphones tonight. We're on more microphones and cameras. Do you know that I hate fucks? This was the microphone he sent the kid. This was the swing arm he sent the kid. And there's the other good microphone is in there. Gen X mom's using it. And I wouldn't be surprised if another one of these arms shows up. These are all things we're using now, but they're going to go out to the studio when it gets here. It's going to be a good thing. Thank you. I Hate Fucks, one of the biggest supporters of the program. Lots of you have donated and contributed with time, energy, your hard-earned money, and comments. And I'm just mentioning the people as they come to mind. Don't get your butt hurt, okay? Dominic Wheel, love your work. Working with lazy, entitled Gen X workers drives me to tears. Have you ever been to Australia, mate? No, I have not. I will probably never go to Australia. Number one, I was raised in 6th grade. They taught us all about Australia. You got the wallabies, the kangaroos, crocodiles, alligators, and that you guys, the entire continent was stemmed from criminals. It used to be an exile place for the British Empire, and all the bad guys went to Australia. So why would I want to go to Australia? I was raised with the understanding in the history books that Australia's full of criminals. That's what I come to understand, and I have not read a history book that contradicts that yet. Plus, I saw Crocodile Dundee, so I really feel like I've already been there. I mean, don't we all? Yeah. Okay. Mrs. Ford, you do know there's more than one Bakersfield, right? Oh yeah, there's Bakersfield, Missouri, and Bakersfield, California. There's one more like in New Hampshire, or Vermont, or something. But Mrs. Ford, let me just tell you, every time that Bakersfield is mentioned in a cool and outstanding light, every time Bakersfield is mentioned as the underlying underplay of a great song from a great band or a part of a great story, they're talking about here. Now I don't know if you know that. I did. You know there's more than one Bakersfield? Do you know that all the cool versions are talking about here? Yeah, see, we shared something with each other. You didn't know some things. I didn't know some things. Now we're getting along famously, Mrs. Ford. I love this. This is a give and take. And really, that's what has to happen here. Two Bear, I'll drink to you right now because this is a give and take relationship. You guys out there on the other side of the camera, you have some responsibility too. Don't forget that. I drink and I lie, okay? That's my responsibility. And what you guys do is you drink and you accept those lies. You drink and you enjoy those lies. You drink and you agree with those lies. Now, if you're only enjoying and accepting them, then you haven't drank enough. You actually have to drink to the point where you agree with them. If you don't, how are we going to get along? How's this relationship ever going to work? It's not. Now, I'm doing my part live right in front of you. If you're not going to drink and do your part, all of my lies are going to fall on deaf ears. We're just going to get a bunch of people in a bunch of rooms all over the world looking at me going, this guy's an asshole. I mean, he's a deep-rooted asshole. We can't have that. We can't speak the truth. We have to speak the lies. Yes. Now, the truth is at the bottom of the glass, which often turns out to be a misnomer. The truth is at the bottom of the glass. It often turns out to be the opposite. It turns out to be a story that is exaggerated and stretched, like Uncle Remus himself. But what I'm trying to... Uncle Remus. Uncle Remus. Yes, I know the book has been banned. The movie's A Song of the South. I know it's been banned, but you still got to know who Uncle Remus is. He's one of the greatest storytellers of all time. Yes, I was equating myself to Uncle Remus. This, you know what? This glass, there's Uncle Remus is at the bottom of this glass. All of his stories, I'm going to go find him. How can I quote Uncle Remus? I'm going to go right here. I know it's been banned. I know it has things in it that you're not supposed to think about, say, do, or feel. I got it. But it was an era. It was a time. That's the way they spoke, the things they thought. Not all of it was good. Not all of it was healthy. Some of it was just shitty, fucked up mess. Just talking about a guy who liked to go around and tell stories. And he had that stick with that pouch on the back. And don't you think for 1 second, part of what was in his little satchel in the back wasn't some hooch made by Mrs. Fort Watton's great-granddaddy back in a still. That's what was in there. And we're celebrating that as much as we're celebrating anything. Here you go. Ah. Yeah, Mrs. Fort Watton, tell us an Uncle Remus story. What, Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox in the Briar Patch? Oh, my God. Half-Ass Ranch, remember, for 1 month. Just bought a pump action 243 that was purchased in 1974. Not sure why I'm sharing that, but it's cool to me. Hey, man, that's what we're all about is cool moments. If I can have some cool moments, you can have some cool moments. Let's share the fucking cool moments. All right, don't forget, keep bidding. Someone's going to end up with this bobblehead of the general. Someone's going to end up with that, and the money's going to go to someone helping them get to Las Vegas. That's a thing. Why on earth would we help someone go to Las Vegas? Why take them to Sin City? Why help someone accomplish the goal of going to a place where they can gamble their money away and there's hookers on every corner? Well, I'll tell you why. I'm going to be there. You can count on that, Jackson. Live and in person, middle of January. All right, what did I miss here? Did I miss something between the sheets? I do not think so. Let's go down to my book of lies, shall we? Chush dropped in. Loud's last chat was for the bobblehead. Add this to it. All right, Chush, we can add $2 more to Loud ones. Okay, yeah, I know. I got to read off my notes here. All right, let's see. Okay, going to the sheets. Half-Ass Ranch, I did that one. Mrs. Four, Uncle Remus story, did that one. Gen X Mom lied. She lied. She's not paying attention. There was no sheets. Goddamn. You know, when she yells at me about this, Gen X Mom yells, go read the sheets. There's stuff in there. People are talking, and you're not reading it. And then I look over there, and I did read it. I did pay attention. You and I are on the same page. Gen X Mom is not on the same page. Frustrates me. It angers me. But it reminds me of one of the greatest philosophers of our time, Iceman from Bodfish, who looked at me from across the table and said, "Chicks, man. Chicks." Damn it. All right. So I want to tell you a story about what happened around here today. Loud one, $5. We need to cancel culture. Side note, the kid's slacking on updating the total. I'm at 181. Add this to the bobblehead. It was 100. I believe you. I believe you, loud one. I don't know. He's over here yelling in my ear like he's complaining.
It's
Okay, go ahead, kid. Talk. You're live. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
Isn't that the total amount? It's not just your amount, loud one, on the top. It's the total, everyone's.
Wow. I think the kid's fucking with you, loud one. We're going to have to take him out in the woodshed and whoop his ass when we see him. All right. He's off the air. Okay, so I want to tell you what happened today. Now, my daughter has moved back in. My son-in-law is in the Marine Corps. He's in Japan for 10 months or so. So she moved in here with my granddaughter. I tolerate my millennial daughter because I love my granddaughter and she can do whatever she wants. Good stuff. So she just had her limit today. My daughter did. She was trying, and it was, my granddaughter was being a little stubborn, a little tired. Come pick up your toys? No. Come do this? No. Come do that? No. And just, not screaming, but just being openly defiant as a 4-year-old does, just looking at her mom going, I'm not doing it. No. Again, not screaming, but my daughter had lost it. And she says, you're going to pick up your toys, we're going to clean up, and you're going to help right now. And she kind of leaned down and got and said, listen, this is what we're going to do. It was right over, not too far away. She wasn't like pushing her back. She wasn't brushing up on her. She wasn't getting all Brody with a 4-year-old. She was being the mom. My granddaughter reached up and slapped her. Whack. And I took a breath. Now, to be fair, that can go one of two ways with my millennial daughter. Okay? Let's be clear on that. She can sometimes go, now, why did you do that? You don't hit mommy. Why did you hit mommy? We don't hit mommy. Now, you don't ever hit your mother. Now, let's sit down and talk about why you did this. Let's sit there and let's try to let's walk through this. And there's a big conversation. I've seen that happen. All right? I don't jump in the middle of that shit. But I've seen that happen. Today, that's not how it went. She was spanking her, and you ever remember? You ever hear a mom or a dad it could be your mom, your dad, it could be your wife or your husband. And this is what struck me: it wasn't so much the punishment, the spanking, the stuff, or the level of irritability. But I'm going to see how many of you remember this, because it struck a chord with me when I heard it. This was an audio reference to my childhood. You ever seen a parent get mad and spank in tune and in harmony with what they're yelling at? She goes, I'll try to do it on this. She goes, she's spanking her on her butt. I'm doing it on the chest because we're here. She goes, you don't hit your mother. You don't spank your mother. Don't hit mommy. Jeez. I can't see her because she's around the corner, but I can hear her spanking her on her butt, and as she's in cadence with, don't hit mommy ever. I'm sorry, I lost my fucking mind. I was laughing so hard today because I remember that. I think I remember doing that when I was a dad. I think I remember my mom spanking me in cadence. As she's spanking me, I'm thinking, God, I hope, you got to think as a kid, you hope they're not going to talk a long time. You don't want to hear 6 sentences. You want whatever, if she's going to smack you with every syllable, you want that shit to be over quick. For Christ's sake. All right. Listen. Oh, we got a PayPal. Gen X Mom's chiming in. Go ahead, Gen X Mom. You're on camera. You ready to go?
Mrs. Four sent $20 for the Vegas fund.
Did she really?
Yes.
I love Mrs. Four.
And I think our total is off a little bit there, Gen Z kid.
Well, he's an idiot. He's Generation Z. He's failing every class in high school. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So, all right. So here we go. I will get you off the air. We'll go back to the live stream and bum, bum, bum. With the magic of fingers and buttons, we're back where we're supposed to be. Yeah. All right. Now listen, we're only 50 minutes into the broadcast. I still haven't told you any big stories yet. I got stories that are coming up. I got stuff to talk about. And I was drinking before the live stream even started. Okay, so we have to make sure the equipment is working properly around here. I know Two Bear and Wisenoak are big proponents of making sure the audio-visual equipment is up to par. Now, here at Gen X Talks, we like to test our microphones as we go along. We don't have a real way to do it. We don't have Geiger counters, okay? We don't have NASA stuff. We can't send this microphone up on the space shuttle and have them swing it by the cord in outer space to see if it's working correctly, because that is the official way you test it nowadays. I can't do that. I don't even know people that do that. But what we can do is we can do it the old Irish way. We can check this microphone the way that Marconi did it when he invented the microphone in the 1600s of them. And that's important to do it exactly the way they did it. Now, I've read the book. It's not even online anymore. I've read the book. I've perfected it. And here's the deal. If you folks can hear this at home, the microphone is working correctly. If you can't hear it, we got to shut the podcast down because the live stream's over, kill the lights, and start over on a different day. All right? So be careful with how you say something here. Be careful with what you tell me. You want me to shut it down? You're on the cusp of having the power to kill this live stream. Just tell me the mic's not working correctly, and we're all fucked. We can all go home early. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the microphone check from the early 1600s, the way Marconi invented it. Can you hear this? Everybody good? We hear that? You guys over there? You heard it? That side of the room? You guys heard that too? All right, the rest is up to you guys. If you did, the Hurt says, what the fuck, man? There's a guy in here called the Hurt member, it looks like. He's an extra. He's looking at all of us like, what the fuck is going on? Can you imagine showing up just as we're beginning that conversation about how to check a microphone, swinging it in outer space? And yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's right. The Sun Valley Fox, that decanter's getting low. We'll get to him in a minute. Don't think we're letting that dude off the hook. Sun Valley Fox, he's going down in flames. There's almost nothing he can do to redeem himself at this point. I don't think he should even try. He's on everybody's shit list. No, we'd have to treat him like the Italian mafia. If he ever shows up, we all have to turn our back. I mean, not yet, because we still may get some alcohol. We make sure that we're not getting any alcohol. Then turn your back. But never turn your back on free booze, my friends. Never do that. That's free advice from the general to you guys. I don't even charge for that. You're welcome, America. And Denmark. All right, here we go. All right. So who's swinging the blue wrenches tonight? Does anybody tell me who? I see Two Bears swinging a blue wrench. Is Trippy in the house? Did Lionheart make it? We just got one moderator along with Gen X Mom. Is anybody else there? To be fair, Lionheart got off work hours ago. He's probably passed out in a gutter with an empty bottle of Crown Royal in his hand. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just wondering if he's actually here doing his job. Trippy Pineapple's there. Been here the whole time. There we go. Well, I didn't see you. Oh, now Lionheart. Lionheart laying in that gutter with an empty bottle of Crown in one hand. What does he do? Kind of opens up one eye with his other hand and pushes, I'm here. All right, we got you. Go back and lay down. When I hear you snoring, I'll know you're here. Okay. Let me go between the sheets here. Is there anything I missed? There is not. There is not. That means you guys aren't saying shit that's worth listening to. Okay, the auction. Yes. All right, so you guys wanted another Las Vegas story, so just remember, we're auctioning this off, either through PayPal or a Super Chat. Whoever gets it, gets it. You get an autographed signed picture, and you get my one and only bobblehead. I bought this for me. It was going to be a decoration. I was never giving it away. I would have traded this to Lionheart for a set of his lawn darts, which that motherfucker has 3 sets. He won't even give me one or sell me one. I was going to trade this to him, but he's like, well, do you have one of Gen X Mom doing the same thing? I said, popping her shirt open? No, I most certainly don't have a bobblehead of my wife popping her shirt open. And I'm not going to trade it for a set of lawn darts. So you're stuck with this one, but yeah, you didn't get that one either. So just realize we're auctioning that off to help people get to the meet and greet in January at Las Vegas for the people who are trying to go that are just coming up a little bit short. We're trying to put some money together to help them. It all goes towards that. Mrs. Fort Watton, the bookkeeper, is keeping track of the money along with Gen X Mom. It'll go to the right place. All right. Yeah, the other Vegas story. This is a Vegas. This is a Vegas story without Gen X Mom. This is back in, I think I was there in 92. Just drinking. We were out there, buddies and I, just going out there. And so there was a bunch of us. And I remember this. I want to say right now, this was not my fault. Okay? I think that this was a complete misunderstanding. And I feel that I was vindicated in the end. So we went out drinking and gambling. Now, when you come from California, I've lived in Las Vegas. Now that I've lived there for a little bit, I did spend some time there. They do not like people from California. All they like is the money. They don't give a shit where you're from. They don't like you, but leave the money. That's it. That is the basic rule in Las Vegas. And don't ever call it Vegas. They like you to call it Las Vegas. And there's no legitimate hookers and whorehouses in Las Vegas. Clark County does not have that. You have to go over the hill to Pahrump, and then there's a bunch of them. And all the whorehouses are out there are old 1953 double-wide trailers with a little red light on the porch. Or so I've heard. So anyway, so we go out there. And we do not turn left on the Blue Diamond Highway. We keep going straight. We go into town. And the first night there, we're drinking pretty heavily. Yeah, you know, when you're 1992, you're blowing off some steam. You know, you don't have any wedding rings on your finger at the time, supposedly. So we're doing our thing there. And we leave. We were on Boulder Highway. I forget where we were. Maybe it was Boulder Station. Or it was a dive. So we were someplace between Joker's Wild and Boulder Station, which I know that's a long stretch of road on Boulder Highway, but we were somewhere there. And it was late. I mean, had to have been midnight. So we're driving down. I'm a passenger. I'm not driving. Okay? We clear on that? And we're going north on Boulder Highway. We're heading somewhere. I don't remember fucking where now. Anyway, we get pulled over. You get the whoop, 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 whoop. Lights. Low torque. Fuck off. Don't record my sound effects, you dipshit. And we pull over. Now, the cop car pulls over right behind us. All right. So now we're sitting there in the car. He's sitting there behind us. His lights are on. And it's near a busy intersection. I think we just went through the intersection and pulled over. And so the cop comes and he's like, I am literally so drunk. I'm just sitting there with my eyes barely open in the passenger seat. I can see what's going on, but I don't give a shit. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I'm not carrying any weapons. I got no warrants in that state. And I'm sitting there minding my own business. So they get my buddies, they get us all out of the car and they take us over, but they got them out first. They take us all over here. It's not really a sidewalk. It was near a corner. So it was a lot of dirt to a fence and we're just standing around. It's middle of the night. And the one cop tells me, he says, just go get back in the car. You're fine. You know, because he checked my shit out. So I just go back, stumble my way back, and I get in the car. Now, my friend, the driver, had been out of the car, looking at me in the car, out of the car, looking at me in the car. Now I was out doing my thing, and after a little while, I go back, sit in the car. So he's back looking at me in the car, in the passenger seat of the car. As we're going through all this stuff, it looks like the cops are getting pissed about something because I'm back in the car. I'm not part of this. All right. Well, I mean, I'm part of it. I'm there, but I didn't do shit. Again, misunderstanding. All right. So all at once, I heard a big crash behind me. And I kind of looked over my shoulder, and two cars had hit in the intersection, and one had smashed that fence I was telling you about. Not too far. I mean, you could make it a dramatic story. Oh, and the cars flew right by and within inches, and we all jumped out of the way. No, it wasn't like that. Two cars hit pretty bad, and a car smashed and rolled over and hit that. So the cops all run, 50, 60 feet away, and they're doing something over there, and more cop cars are coming. So now the group of people, my friends and buddies that were standing there, they're mostly just going, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Now, 2 or 3 of them just sat there waiting. Like, well, they'll get back to us when things are settled down. But the driver... My driver was a friend of mine. I'm not telling you his name. He'd be very mad if I disclosed any personal information. And plus, the $2 whore tonight knows him. True story. He sees me sitting there in the passenger seat, and he just looks around, walks back over, gets in the car, and drives off. Not speeding, not running, just like, fuck it, I'm done here, and drives off. So we go down Boulder Highway. I'm still sitting there in the seat like this, just kind of bobbing my head with my eyes closed. I'm drunk, but I'm not driving. I'm being responsible. I think for the first time in my life, I even have my seatbelt on. And we don't even get 2 miles down the road. Red lights behind. Whoop, 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 whoop. Fuck. Pull over. I'm like, what did you do this time? He goes, I didn't do shit. I'm sitting there with my eyes closed, just sitting there. He goes, I wasn't speeding. I wasn't nothing. And I said, fuck. So I sit up to go, now, I'm not sobering up. I'm still drunk, but I'm like, how the fuck could we get out of this? And now we're back in the fucking pulled over again. And I just opened up my eyes enough to see what was going on. And I looked around, and I looked at the car, and I looked at him. I had got back in and sat in the passenger seat of the police car. I didn't fucking know. He had seen me and been so drunk, he thought I was in our car. He got in it, and we drove down the road. He got pulled over because we stole the police car, which we didn't steal the police car. It was a misunderstanding. Can you see how to? And believe me, with handcuffs on the curb, I'm sitting there going, "Do you think we'd really steal a police car?" It was you pulled us out of the car, fucking super drunk, man. You're lucky we didn't shit and piss in your car, because we would have in ours. If we had to go, we'd have just gone. There's a Vegas story about being super drunk, and I only remembered a lot of it within the next couple of days. I got most of it. And then after people said, well, we were here and they were there, like, oh, you did? Oh, that was what was, oh, and then you sat down and we do. But I promise you, my friend would have never, ever in his life stole a police car. Not fucking once. He was worse. I'm surprised we drove 2 miles straight ahead with how drunk he was, but he made it and got pulled over again. Yeah. Anyway, so there's one of your Vegas stories. They ended up, they arrested us. They detained us. And then after we were in the drunk tank for about 6 hours, they let us go. It was a busy night. The drunk tank was pretty full. And they were just like, yeah, fuck it, let them go. The officers were mostly, I think they were embarrassed, because if they would have actually followed through with the arrest, they would have had to have admitted, we left the car running with the keys in it and the suspects stole it. I think looking back, that was the big point of interest for them, was they were going to get in a lot of trouble for the police car. And they just left the keys in it, and it was a mistake. I didn't mean to sit in it. I don't think he meant to take it. It was a complete accident. It was nothing done on purpose. So there you go. All right, fuck it. If there was ever a reason to drink, yes, we're all going to Vegas in January. No, we're not going to find ourselves on the side of Boulder Highway. Fuck that. Yeah, Ringo, I know it's very similar to the movie in The Hangover, but I think they fucking took it and they knew. I know it's very similar. Very, very. So was our Hangover story. We actually have a real Hangover story before the movie came out. This was before the movie came out, but I get you. I do. I'd say it's a real thing. All right. Where are we at here? Sorry, I touched the fucking mouse. Yeah. Two Bears asking Scott Bartosh if he's going to Vegas. Scott Bartosh should be going to Vegas. Yeah, the Mexico Beach story is better, Tori. I know it is, but I can't. You guys are getting, I'm going to run out of regular stories, and you guys are getting into the ones that I really shouldn't. There's statutes of limitations on shit, and I got to be careful about that. Tori, don't get me going on those. All right, where are we? Between the sheets, what we got in here? Stafford Dundon, hello from Australia to the bottom of the glass crew. Stafford, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for chiming in. I don't know what time it is down there, but I'm glad you're here. Josh Maddox, $9.99. Josh Maddox chopped in $10. Turn my whole screen yellow on here. Put this towards the Vegas fund. It's not much, but it's something. I'm grateful for whoever it helps make it to Vegas. Love you, General, Gen X Mom, CEO, and the mods. Love the nation. Best bar ever. I got to coin that. Josh, we got to put that on a T-shirt. Best period bar period ever. We got to do that. All right. Hold on. I'm fucking melting back here. I'm sweating like a fucking whore in church. Hang on, I got to turn on R2-D2. I got to get some movement around here. R2's going now, so we're good. All right. What was it? Half-Ass Ranch, the Hangover movie, is just an accurate compilation of Vegas stories. Yeah, can you imagine what those writers went through? All the shit they've went through and the stories they've heard to make such a cool fucking movie. They had a fucking mattress on the roof. I've never gotten to the roof of a casino. That would be badass. I would love to do that. All right, so yeah. General says, when you run out of stories, I could tell some just saying, oh, I know you could. Wait, not about me though, right? You don't have any stories about me. I mean, I'm sure you do, but I am not giving you permission to say any of them. You know what? Speaking of Tori, this was about a year ago. I don't know if Tori was still hanging out here. Tori has a sister, and Tori's like a kid sister to me. I love Tori with all my heart and do anything for her. Tori, what are you? You're like 5 years younger than me, maybe 6. But her sister was a little older, and their brother and I were really good friends for a long, long time. And it was doing a live show. We were doing a big show, one of our first ones 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And Tori's sister was watching the live stream, just like you guys are. She was watching the live stream. And I made some comment about the cologne I wear. I forget how I said it, how I presented at the time. Loud one, $15 bobblehead. Your hangover Vegas story was epic. I told you some of that at the lunch we had in person. I'm not going to repeat it again in here. We got away with that once. We'd never get away with that again. Anyway, Tori's older sister, who was still younger than me, but not by much, was watching one of our live streams maybe a year and a half ago. And she talks. She chimes in the comment section, just like you guys do. I was talking about the cologne, I made some joke about my cologne. And this woman, this name, I didn't know it was her. She types in, she goes, I know what Gen X dad smells like. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she says, I know. And it turns out it was her. Then her husband was watching the live stream from the other room and came in and said, did you just type that you know what this guy smells like? And she goes, I do know what this guy smells like. And her husband was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Then she explains the nature of the relationship between her and I back in the day. And she goes, it's a true story. I know what the guy smells like. And I remember texting her the next day going, did you get in trouble for that shit? You know, you would think I would have to go to Gen X Mom and go, I'm sorry, there was a girl on the live stream that knows what I smell like. I know that's very intimate, and I know that could create some friction. It was a girl from my past like this. You'd think I'd have to go through that. And Gen X Mom, she looks at me, she's like, if I had $1 for every time I had to go through something like this with you, I'd be a very rich woman. And I said, well, you are a very rich woman, just not with money. You got me. The thing I literally ran across that text message. I saved it. I was very proud of that fact. How many times can you have a woman come out of your past from 30 years ago, letting everybody know she knows what you smell like, and it's a good way. It's a good thing. Yeah. That's a notch in your fucking belt, man. There's guys around the world that would kill for a story like that. Oh, Tim Mitchell, $4.99. Okay, my free membership ran out, so I had to up that thing. I'm addicted. My man. That's a guy right there, so everybody better say hello to Tim. Now Tim Mitchell is walking the hallways of Gen X Talks and the Bottom of the Glass Nation on his own accord. And I'm not talking about a Honda. I'm talking about his own accord. All right. God, I keep wanting to grab that mouse and scroll around, and I'm just not allowed to do it. All right, let's go back to the Book of Lies. Much easier to find the Book of Lies this time. We talked about it, sorry, and the auction, Vegas. Oh, you know what? This is what'll happen. You guys always say you should run for office. You should run for office. Do you guys realize not only do I have too many skeletons in my closet to ever run for any public office at all? Way too many. But do you realize that someone would pull up this live stream? If I ran for some office, they'd pull up this live stream. They'd do their homework. Do you know what? The general, that guy, Gen X Dad, fuck that guy. He's an alcoholic and he drove drunk. He promotes drunk driving. Here's a video that proves it. He's not even sorry. He never even said he was sorry. He's just a fucking asshole. This guy, Gen X Dad, the general they call. General of what? General Chaos? General Lawbreaker? Fuck that guy. Don't vote for him. That's what would happen, and you guys know it. You guys know that's what would happen. Some asshole's going to go back in this live stream tonight on, where are we at? On November 22nd, and they're going to, if I ran for office, look what he said here. Yeah, and they confront me about it. They would. They'd say, well, what do you have to say about that? Nothing. I don't fucking think it was a fucking story from my youth, assholes. I'm not going to say shit about it. Well, you're on camera. You have all your constituents out there. They're considering voting for you. Well, fuck them. If they don't want to vote for me, don't vote for me. I bet a lot of people get drunk and do stupid shit. It kind of makes us who we are, don't you think? Little character adjustment here and there. It's good for the soul. Fuck off. But that's how the campaign would go. That's why I would fucking lose. You just, because there's some dude that would dig up that kind of shit and twist it into something it wasn't meant to be. That's cancel culture, man. And you already know we're all part of it. You guys watch what you say, too. Every fucking person out there, every one of you jabronis, at times, every week, you take a breath before you say something, thinking about how you're going to word it. We all do. Why? Because of the time we live in. It wasn't like that in our generation, was it? No. In fact, in our generation, we had a term, sticks and stones may break our bones, but words can never hurt you. Well, that's not entirely true. Words can hurt you, but you know what? Grow the fuck up. Now, as soon as I say that, 30 people... You're an asshole. Do you not know that bullying causes suicide? Bullying, cyberbullying, and bullying, those are just words, and they cause suicide. Yeah, I'm not talking about bullying. I'm not talking about someone being picked on every day for 6 years of his life because he's a fat kid with freckles like me. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the run-of-the-mill. You throw some shit out there, it doesn't stick to the wall, and people get offended. They don't even think it's funny, and off you go. Who cares? Talking about that stuff. All right, now you know what I know. All right, don't grab the fucking mouse. We got to remove this mouse from me. I fucking want to grab that thing with 2 hands and yank it. I'm not talking about my dick. I'm talking about the mouse right here, because if I do, it fucks up the kid and everything he's got going on. What do you say?
I'd start throwing things.
I know, because you got a screen
things
over there.
Would get broken.
Your screen over there is set just right, isn't it? All right, kids, back off. All right, so... Scott Bartosh, they will find the gold... Oh, Scott. Scott says they will find the gold Fiero. Unfucking real. Scott, how the fuck do you... Have a few more drinks, man, where you lose that memory. Scott, now I got to worry about Scott having a ticket in his hand, waving it, going, you owe me, buddy. I'll keep my mouth shut. Oh, for crying out loud. Don't talk about that. All right, let me do something over here. But I'm going to go over here between the pictures. Let's make Kid do some work. We'll jump back over here. Kid, pull up that deal on Trump, the Trump taxes thing. I'm going to turn your mic on while we do this. The microphone is on for the kid while we're doing the pictures thing. You got that picture up?
You said Trump? Hold
on. This is the thing I thought.
That one. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So... the Supreme Court has said the Democrats can see Trump's taxes. And I want to just finish with a school of thought on this. I'm going to finish now. I got to drink while I do it. All right? We'll talk about some shit here real quick. This isn't the world show. We're not going to go political for the whole thing, but it's a short ride. Okay? It's like a Disneyland ride. Just relax. Just a couple minutes and it'll be over. Relax. Mm-hmm. And just like Splash Mountain at Disneyland, do not lift up your shirt and show your tits at the end of the ride for the camera, okay? They will figure out who you are and escort you out of the park. I had to spend the rest of the day by myself with Gen X mom in the car waiting for me to come outside. I'm sorry, just shit kind of happens like that.
And you got to ride the rides. Like, come on.
You got to ride the ride, but I mean, you got to avoid that temptation. And she fails every time. And every time they question her, it's like, are these tits yours? No, not mine. And then she moves on. Most of the time it works. One time it didn't. Yeah, you gamble, you lose. All right. So the Supreme Court said that Trump's taxes are now going to go to the Democrats. And you know they're going to find something. They're going to find something in there where he invested in Saudi Arabian oil or he did something. You know there's going to be something in there that ties him to Russia or China or something, some investment thing, some partnership, some money, some dividend that came back to him. You know that's what's going to happen. Or they're going to find out he's not worth $10 billion. He's worth, $400 million. Whatever they're going to find. You know they're going to find something. This is why they wanted it. All right, you ready for part 2? I don't care. I don't fucking care at all. Not even a little bit. Boy, something's clacking behind your microphone, kid.
It's not me. It's mom.
Well, fucking knock that shit off. They're going to find something with Trump. They're going to twist it. They're going to spin it. They're going to show it to all of us. He's not as rich as he said. He had these dealings with these people. I don't fucking care anymore. I really don't give a shit. I hate to say that. I don't fucking care. And I think that's what speaks more to the midterm elections. I should care. I just don't anymore. I don't give a shit. All the politicians are dirty, most of them. They're all a bunch of fucked up messes, most of them. And I don't care if you come out with Joe Biden is like, well, he did this and did this and did this. I don't give a shit. I'm not voting for him. I don't care what he's done. Well, Trump did this and he was with China. I don't care anymore. I'm voting. If he's the nominee, I'll vote for him. I think I kind of get the feeling. Remember, we're just talking at street level here. We don't have charts and graphs. We don't have polling data. We don't have surveys. We just look at Generation X, middle class Generation X. We just look out the front door, cup of coffee in the morning, beer in the afternoon, and we just look at what's going on at street level. Do we not? Isn't that what you guys do? Do you guys fly to Washington and stand outside the White House and pull on the black gate and try to figure out what's going on? Or do you kind of just check out shit in your own neighborhood? And it doesn't matter whether you're on Long Island or Main Street America in Kansas. It doesn't matter. You're looking at it just from the lens of middle-class Generation X. That's all I'm giving you is that perspective. I don't think people give a shit anymore. You could literally come out and the Democratic nominee is this guy, and he's a fucked up mess. They don't care. They're voting for him. I'm telling you, I kind of think the lines are drawn in the sand. I think independent voters or people that are undecided is where the votes lie. I don't think people give a shit anymore. I think the lines are drawn in the sand, and now it's just a population race. Okay? Republicans like to have big families, and liberals like to import over the border voters their way. I got it. It's a race. I think it's just a political race to see who can have the most kids, the most votes. I think that's all it is. Nobody changes their mind. Now, with the exception of DeSantis, that is one cool-ass motherfucker. He changed immigrants that were hardcore Democrats into Republicans and voted for him. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Counties that were Democratic strongholds, that dude got after it. I would vote for DeSantis no matter what he ran for. I don't even care. If he says I'm stepping down as governor, I'm running for sanitation engineer of Miami-Dade County, I'd move there and vote for him. That's what I think of DeSantis. That is one fucking cool cat. All right? But to the point, the bigger point is I don't think people care about the dirty laundry anymore. All right? Just don't think it matters. All right. So, okay,
what are we
kid,
doing?
you got the beard one?
Oh, yes.
All right, let me know what's up.
Up.
Okay, so I ran across this story. Now, hold on. I'm not telling. Did you see the picture? You see these fucking guys with their beards tied together? Are you seeing this? Their beards are tied together. Not on my worst fucking drunk day. I don't care if I'd been on a three-day binge with no fucking sleep. I would never, ever tie my beard to the dude next to me. Apparently, this was some competition they won for the longest consecutive beard stringing tying together. Are you out of your goddamn mind? No fucking way would I ever do. Now, I can see Lionheart doing something like this if he could ever grow a man's size beard that was long enough to participate in such an event, which I don't think he can. I mean, let's face it, he's losing hair in all the wrong places. Mrs. Fort Watton, this is kind of kinky. Yeah.
Look at the guy in the middle, dude. The guy in the middle looks so uncomfortable. No, the guy on the right, too.
I'm telling you.
Okay, the guy on the left, he's definitely done that before. That is the face of a guy who's like, oh, yeah, I'm ready for this.
That's a guy who's been there and done that. Well,
okay, the guy on the right is definitely the new guy. Because the guy in the middle is like, okay, you good? You good? And the guy on the right's like,
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Mrs. Four is now, she got a mason jar of peach hooch in her hand right now, and she raising an eyebrow. She's going, hey, that look kind of kinky. Now, turning the microphone back on for Gen X Mom only. What do you say about things that are kinky, honey?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm drawing a blank.
Wow. You know what? She's only doing that because she knows the Sun Valley Fox, her brother, is watching.
No, I'm not.
It's only kinky
Once?
the first time.
Oh, the first time.
All right, your microphone's going off. You fucking, I softballed that one to you. She said that before. Someone says that's really kinky. That's awfully kinky. And I've seen Gen X Mom walk up and go, it's only kinky the first time. Relax, then you get used to it, and it's fine. So, Lionheart said challenge accepted. Is that what it's going to be? Stafford Dunn says my beard is not long. No one's is. What's that again? Your mic is back on. What?
I think this is something we can do in Vegas and get away with it.
Do what?
Tie the guys' beards together.
No fucking way am I doing that. No. What are you gonna get? You gonna get David Black? And,
See, Callie Cat's with me too. She says Vegas beard contest. Here we go.
Okay, Vegas beard contest is different than telling a bunch of us cool cats to stand while you twist and tie our beards together. No fucking way are we doing that. No way. That is not. There's nothing manly about. Because what if you can't move? You have to stand there. No, I can't do that. Gen X Mom, you're going off. You're promoting the wrong thing here with the wrong girls. The harem is coming alive right now, all because Mrs. Fort Watton said it was kind of kinky, and now you guys are all going, well, then let's do it. Hold on. Now, what do you want to say? Go ahead. You got to let me know. Go.
Okay, so Mrs. Four even said we can have some other kind of beard contest. We can have everybody, all the men up there, stand there, and we'll do some judging.
What? Just what all of us want to do. We want to be treated like pieces of meat where we stand there and be judged in a line by women.
Okay, then have everybody send in a picture and we'll judge it here on live.
I'm just kidding. I don't mind being judged by women in a line. I was just shitting you. I don't mind at all. I'm all for that, actually. I mean, how many times does it deal with women when wet t-shirt contests and stuff? Fuck it. Now, I'm keeping my shirt on and I'm not standing on top of the bar, but the other part of it I'm in. All right, Gen X Mom, your mic is off. Kids still with me. Let's move on. Time to drink again?
I'm still here.
You're still here.
I am.
Yeah, thankfully you learned to shut the fuck up a little bit. All right, drinking one more. Here we go.
My throat's really hurting, that's why. Chaser, training wheels.
Kevin Grimes said a wet beard contest. Oh, David Black says, I don't have the biggest beard. I think, who was it? There was a dude in here. One of you guys. It's on Discord, had a massively big fucking beard and just shaved it. Posted pictures on there. I was like, holy shit. Gen X Mom saw the picture of the dude and she's like, wow, that dude's hot. And I go, that was this guy, but now there's no beard. Was it Justin Ride? Am I getting that right? Was it Justin Ride who had a big old fat bearded goat and he shaved it off? I think so. All right, take the picture down. We're going to...
Okay, taking it down. What do we got?
What do we got? Oh, can you find the weed study one, kid?
That one.
You got it? The weed study.
Yep.
Shush gave $2. Wait, you don't want to be judged by women? No, Shush. I just want to be accepted by women for the person I am. That's all. All right, so there's a study. This is funny. There's a study out that says weed smoking is bad for your lungs. It's worse than cigarettes. And it's this whole big thing. I'm reading this article. I'm assuming that I'm wrong. I'm assuming that I'm just an asshole Generation X throwback. But the entire time I'm reading an article about how weed is worse than cigarettes. Weed smoke harms your lung more than cigarette smoke. I just knew the whole fucking time that Philip Morris did the study. I'm just saying that I know that cigarette companies did the survey, did the study. I was waiting for the end of it and I don't even know who fucking did the study. I never got there. I was drinking too much, but excuse me, the whole second time was like, the weed smoke is much worse than cigarette smoke. And who are you? Well, we're the cigarette guys. Speaking of weed, kid, put up that other weed picture I got for you.
I got it. Don't worry.
You got me?
Yeah, hold on.
Let me know.
There. Right there.
All right. Here's another beautiful article. Oregon is forgiving 45,000 weed crimes. And I wonder how far that the liberals would go with that. I wonder if you could go into court and say in front of a judge, and the judge say, "Well, you're convicting of robbing a bank and pissing on a police car, and then mooning the camera crew of CNN." What if you could say, "Your Honor, I was high. I had a little bit too much puff, pass, and I'm sorry. I was high. Please forgive me." I wonder if the judge could say, "Well, under the new governor's mandate, we're forgiving crimes with weed. You're forgiven. Just don't do that shit again." All right, we're back to the live. But come on, those are some funny. That's some funny shit. All right, I'll skip over. We're off the pictures for a little bit. I'll go back to that. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm looking in the comment section. Now, I can only see I'm a little bit behind because I can't use the mouse to but it's scrolling. In the comment section, I'm going to ask you folks a trivia question, a Gen X Talks trivia question. Just one. And you don't have to email your reply. You can say it out loud, but it doesn't count. You motherfuckers that are as drunk as I am, screaming the answer at your screen doesn't help. No. Now, you guys need to rise to a level of sophistication like Two Bear. Two Bear has one of the biggest crystal clear TVs known to man. You guys may have a 4K TV. Two Bear got a 16K TV. You guys may have a $1,000 leather chair. Two Bear got a $10,000 leather chair that's massaging every part of his body as we speak right now. All right? Two Bear is not only the king of his castle, he's fucking the king, period. All right? He's not fucking the king, he's the fucking king. There's a comma in there. Put the comma in, all right? All Two Bear is going to do is say his answer. Now, his wife, Julie, who's beautiful, but she knows that during the live stream, her job is to just his beck and call. Glass has got to be full. House got to be goddamn quiet. And when he answers a trivia question, she better fucking answer right quick. So you know. I'm going to give, I'm going to whore out the Gen X Talks staff here, and mainly Gen X mom. She's going to give you something. I don't know if she's going to give you a cap or a shirt or a sticker. I don't know. She can give you something. But you have to answer first in here. Okay? Yes, Top Knots, every part of his body right now. That's right. There's little hands and fingers that come up in that chair at $10,000 and massage everything you got going on, even your junk. I know that's what you're asking about. I know. No, I haven't sat in that chair. You think he'd let a lowly guy like me sit in his chair? He let me look at it from a distance, and then as soon as I walked away, he had trained professionals fumigate and clean it because I would not avert my eyes fast enough. Yeah. All right. Here is the question you can answer. In high school, give me the nickname of Gen X mom's heartthrob that she still is in love with to this day. What's his name? Go. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm drinking while you're typing. 1, 2, 3, go. Go, 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 go. Come on. What's his name? Gen X mom's would-be boyfriend from high school. Type it in there. First one gets it. Nope. Alan, you're close, but you're not right.
Loud one. Wait, am I still on the mic?
Loud one. Got it. Yeah, you're still on mic.
I was like,
Sorry, I'm cutting you off, son. Sorry about that. Loud one. Got it. I can't scroll back. Kid, can you scroll back on yours, make sure it was loud one? Loud one got the answer correct. So I'm not sure if you're going to get a sticker, a hat. I don't know. Maybe you're going to get a lock of hair from Gen X Mom. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to send you. You're going to send you something, but that scratches that off the list of trivia stuff there. You're gonna get a free visit from Dr. McDreamy where he sticks his hand down your pants and yells, "Cough!" Oh, you know what? You guys are. I don't know if the moderators have. Fuck, where'd it go? Kid, didn't you hand me that ornament stand thing? Oh, there it is. If you guys have, if anybody, the moderators have the link to the ornaments on the shop, Gen X Mom is making these for you guys. There's 3 different choices or something, and she's making these. But the part that she didn't tell you is there's a link where you guys can buy a thing that turns it. I don't know if I can do it or not. It's red or green, see green and then blue, and then there's a deal on there. These stands, they're fucking cool stands. We're not selling these. This is the part I'm telling you about. We're not selling these, but you can go get them. She's got a link for Amazon for them. If you're going to get some of these ornaments, these acrylic ornaments, she makes each one of them by hand. It's her design. It's her thing. She does it with her machine. They're almost gone. She said they're almost gone. There is some left. I told you that I was only buying. They're dated. If you want a Gen X Talks ornament, you better fucking buy one because now they're almost gone. I only bought a couple boxes of them. But if you want the link to the stand, go to Amazon and just buy the stand. It makes all the difference in the world. Trust me, that makes them look 10 times better. Now, you can hang them on your tree with a light behind it like all of us Generation X dudes do. There's a thing coming up. I'll give you a little insight. Speaking of Christmas, it's almost Christmas time, if you haven't noticed. The podcast has a lot to do with Thanksgiving and bleeding into Christmas about stuff, but everyone's got, as Generation X, we all have some very common memories about Christmas, do we not? I know it's different for every family, and there's traditions are different. All right. But how many of you guys remember bubble lights? Real, oil-filled, never stopping bubble lights. My mother still has 12 or 15 strands perfectly working. I would love to have them, but I don't. They've made some over the years, some imitation ones, and I've bought a couple trying to look at it, but they're just not. They're not the fucking same thing. How many of you guys remember the real? That they were tall, weren't they? Remember the bubble lights? They were fucking tall. And as a kid, I don't know. Maybe it was the magic of Christmas that just fucked up my head and made me just morph into. I felt like I was a character that was part of Christmas. Because have you ever at your house or been to someone's house, an aunt's house, a grandparent's, where they have the villages? I mean, the not just the cardboard ones that you just fold together and you cut them out of the back of a cereal box, which did happen. Don't tell me you don't know. You know. Didn't you look through the windows as a kid? Didn't you look at the little street lights and the people and wonder where they're going, what they're doing? A little bit about, you kind of wanted a backstory. Like, what are they doing? They're all doing something. Or there was this one little glass room that was kind of on the outside of a balcony of this little decorated house. And it was a little glass structure. You could look in, and there was people sitting around a table, and I always wanted to know what they were saying. I kept thinking, I don't know what they're saying because it's glass, and there's obviously little glass structure between me and them, so I can't hear them. Not that they're not really fucking talking. It was the glass. Like, if I could just open a door, I could hear what's going on in there. I remember staring. My mother would turn down all the lights in the late evening, and she's finishing some stuff. TVs are all off. Everyone's kind of going to bed. And I remember she let me sit in the living room, and I would just stare at the Christmas lights as they were blinking. Here's one for you. When Gen Z Kid was a baby, I would bring him downstairs when no one was up and the Christmas tree was lit and blinking, and I would hold him sitting facing out, facing away from me. And I would just hold him there and let him look at the blinking lights and the colors, and his eyes would get as big as saucers. And I did that only because that's what I did. I don't know. We all have to have memories like that. There's got to be some stuff that we all remember together that was a common thread. If it's not that, it's going to be something else. Very similar. I dig that kind of stuff. So the podcast is going to come up. There's going to be some talk about the Thanksgivings first with some stuff, and it may be some family traditions. I know there's some stuff that's going to come up about little warnings. There's warnings about this shit. about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is not always the most pleasant holiday. In fact, as a kid, sometimes you're looking forward to all the family getting together because it's like 10 people pulling pins on hand grenades. Someone's going to let one go first. That's how we do shit in America, man. We're proud of that tradition of a fucked up family. Shut up. We've perfected that shit, as it were. All right, let me go back between the sheets. Let me scroll all the way back to the top, see what the fuck's going on. Brandon Mitchell, $5 general. I think we need a mic check. Well, god damn it. If Brandon Mitchell says we need a mic check, who am I to argue? Two Bear will be right along going, it's about goddamn time. I've been saying it for half an hour. All right. Like I said before, around here we need to check the audio and visual equipment, but we do not have the fancy equipment. We don't have Geiger counters to check our microphones like you're supposed to use. We can't send these microphones on the space shuttle up into outer space, twirl them around by the end of their cord to make sure they're satisfactory and up for the job. No. Around here, we have to do things the old Irish way, the way Marconi developed things in the 1960s, and we do things that way. All right? Around here, we check the microphones like this. If you folks can hear this, the goddamn microphone is working. Pour your glass and get ready to drink. You guys hear that? To quote, what movie was that? Elf? Did you hear that? All right, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. The microphone equipment is working. If Wisenoak is here and I just missed it, he's doing the visual aid. Wisenoak, I'm with you, buddy. If we don't drink now, when shall we ever find a chance or occasion to? There we go. Wisenoak's there. My man. The visual, good too. We're not done with this. We're at 2 hours into this podcast, 2 hours into this live stream. We haven't even started to kick this pig yet. Are you guys ready? The truth is at the bottom of this glass. And I don't like alcohol. I don't particularly like whiskey. But I'm willing to do it for you guys. These are the sacrifices I'm willing to make for you. What kind of sacrifices are you willing to make for me? Good Lord. I can't even tell you what's going on. It's a fucking mess. All right, between the sheets. Ayatollah of Damastan. The Ayatollah of Damastan. First-time listener, love this. Ayatollah of Damastan. Ayatollah, doesn't that mean you're in charge of shit? I mean, just as a kid growing up, it was always on the news when I was a kid. Ayatollah meant you were the fucking dude in charge. But Damastan? It's almost like you made that shit up. Ayatollah. Hey, man. Ayatollah of Damastan, if that's a real place and you're in charge, far out. If you made up Damastan, I'm even more proud of you. Ayatollah of a made-up place. Fucking A, man. I'm Citizens number one, man. I'm with you. I love that. I hate fucks. You guys going to do another 24-hour live? We are. I don't know when. I honestly think there's so much going on. I hate fucks. We got the 12 Days of Christmas coming up. That's going to be a badass thing. Tonight, you guys, we're auctioning this off. Remember, it's part of the auction. You guys can own this. It's a one-of-a-kind. It's mine. I fucking bought this. I didn't want to give this up. But I'm going to give it up to the top bidder tonight. You guys are going to have the General's bobblehead, and the money goes towards helping people get to the meet and greet. But we are doing a live stream. We are doing a 24-hour live stream. Gen X Mom has agreed to be part of it. She's going to have a shift. Kid's going to have a shift. I'm going to have a shift. We're going to do it. For those of you that remember, the first one failed. Whoa, fucking A. Whoa. Well, my fat ass fucked that up. An old Gen X Mom, a new iPad. The first one failed. What? You're on, hold on. You're on camera and mic. What are you screaming at me about?
What did you just drop?
Your iPad fell because I felt this. There was a little tremor. Did you not feel the earthquake?
I'm just letting the
your
bullshit
shit fell.
go.
I'm sorry. I had to use your fucking iPad. I'm not used to this shit. How many? You guys know? Have I ever used an iPad during this? Not fucking once.
You better not break it.
Define break. Is a small crack in the screen considered a break? Because if it is, I'm fucked. And we'll say goodbye to Gen X Mom. All right, so we're back. Adam Schneidelman, thank you for your family and making my Jamie smile on her birthday too. You rock. Oh yeah, we did a bit part. Yeah, we did a bit part for his chick, and thought that ran long, didn't it? Adam, that was like 10 minutes. And we're like, how do we cut this down to 1 minute? And the kid's like, fuck it, I'm just taking off the beginning and the end, and I'm shipping it. And I go, you're just going to ship a 10-minute video? He goes, fuck it, who cares? And he did. And Adam got it. He got a 10-minute video for his wife's birthday. That was pretty badass. Let's go between the sheets and see what's going on there, because she's ruining my day. Half Squatch, turn my whole screen teal, $5. Hey, General, how's life, big guy? Half Squatch, I'm 3 sheets to the wind, and we're still talking, man. We're good to go, baby. Mrs. Fort Watton says, is there a show on Thanksgiving? Oh, shit, Thursday, Thanksgiving. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that. We kind of eat dinner early, and I don't know. Wow, wow, she's in my ear. Okay, go ahead. Talk now, tough girl. Talk now.
Dumbass.
What'd you call me?
Dumbass.
You're on camera right now. You calling me a dumbass in front of my friends. Why?
Dumbass.
Because I don't know what we're doing on Thanksgiving. It's a long ways away.
You don't even know if you're going to go live? Seriously? Wow.
Okay.
Dumbass.
To be fair, you haven't told me yet. You haven't given me my instructions yet.
Wow.
All right, you're off. I can't take this anymore. Fuck that. She's gone. All right, we're back to me, which is where we all want to be. Yeah. All right. Mrs. Fort Watton, is there going to be a show on Thanksgiving? I don't know. Part of me, you are really in my ear fucking with me. Stop, Gen X Mom. I don't know. This is almost as distracting as when she walks behind the camera and flashes me and stands there. Okay, listen. Gen X Mom, you're back on mic, not camera.
You guys put a mic in front of me and put a camera, so both of you are dumbasses.
Okay, but you're not helping. You're fucking. You're talking in my ear when I'm trying to talk with my friends here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you got to be careful about that.
I no.
Okay, I'm telling you, Mrs. Fort Watton just asked a very simple question, and you are breaking off a broomstick in my ass about it.
Well, I think she started it. I just shoved it a little farther.
She just asked a question. All she did was ask, are we going to have a very simple, pleasant-minded... You got to remember, Mrs. Fort Watton is sitting in her home right now in a button-down blouse, buttoned all the way to the collar, prim and proper. She's drinking iced tea, and you're talking some heinous shit here, and Mrs. Fort Watton would never, ever... It was an
You know
innocent,
what? You better be careful, because I have direct dial right to her.
Now you stay away from my friends. Gen X Mom.
Mrs. Four and I are good. We're fine.
You're not listening. She's my friend before
she
yours.
just wrote bullshit right on the screen.
Yeah, she's talking to you.
No, she's not.
She's telling you, Gen X Mom, that's bullshit what you're doing to the general. I love the general. Don't fuck with him. In fact, hold on. I'm getting a subliminal message from Mrs. Fort Watton right now. Hold on. It's coming in.
Oh my gosh. I feel bullshit.
And here it
coming.
is. And look at that. We cut off Gen X Mom's microphone. That's what she was asking me to do. That's what I felt. I feel a healing coming on. The Lord is speaking to me, and he says, reach out and shut off her goddamn microphone. And I did. I was obedient to the Lord. I was obedient to Mrs. Fort Watton, and Gen X Mom is banished from the microphone. You know that. Anthony Tony, I'm late. Sorry. What's the Vegas relief fund? Bail money. Anthony Tony comes in. What's the Vegas relief fund? Is that bail money? Good guess. Solid, respectable guess. Yes, it's not. The Vegas relief fund is anybody bidding money, whether you're going to win or not. Some people are donating a couple bucks, even though they know they're not going to win the bobblehead. just to help people get to the meet and greet in Las Vegas in January. Anthony, Tony, if you're the top guy, this is mine. I bought this. I paid for this. I wanted this. This is the only one I got. This is the General's bobblehead, and it's me. And whoever has the high bid for tonight is going to get this. I'm going to do a signed picture and thank you. And it's just to help people get to Vegas who are having trouble getting there. And there's a few things that I'm going to auction off. That's the first one. And it's important. You could, if you participated, and not just you, anybody, and you're like, I'm going to give a couple $100 to this, and the next, you could own all of them. There's only 2 or 3 things, but they're one of a kind, personal things of ours. They're nothing we were ever going to sell or give away. I'm willing to give this thing away. I've only had this fucking thing for a month or so. I bought this for me, but I'm willing to give it away if you guys will donate money to try to get people to go to the meet and greet. I think it's important for some of the people that are having trouble getting there. That's why we're doing it. All right, one more thing before I go to the sheets. I hear you like a nagging fucking thing in my head. I got you. Gen X Mom's in my fucking ear. This is tick, 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 tick. This is worse than Allie. Way worse. All right. I want to say one more thing. If you guys put in $2 into the jar, if a bunch of you put in $1.55, $2, excuse me, I will tell you who the $2 whore is tonight. She's been in here. We've talked to her. She's talked to us. She's been a friend of the program for years. I'll tell you who it is, but I got to see a couple $2. Just put her face in there a couple more times. Come on, you guys know who you are, the regulars. Come on, just put in a few $2. Just a couple of you put in $2 for her. She deserves it. She totally deserves. And when you see it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Her, Mrs. Prim and Proper, and she's the $2 whore. Yes. And I want you to know she volunteered to be the $2 whore. Miss Prim and Proper. All right. Lionheart, leading the pack, man. Leading by example. My man, who's 3 sheets to the wind with me. My man, leading by example. Lionheart, $1.99. Brother, I'm with you. Josh Maddox, Bubba Shinobi. That's what I'm talking about. There's some respectable Legion of X members. There's the nation has risen. $2, man. Just for her fame. Dice is in. Here you go. That's what loud one. Two Bear. It's $2. Jay, that's what I'm saying. She deserves that. Now, kid, are you ready? Are you up, baby? What? Are you up? Come on, wake up. Son, you're on the microphone. Wake up.
What?
All right, we're back on the picks.
What? Where's my mouse?
Pay attention. I want you to show the picture. Noel, $2. Here's another one. Hey, I want you to expose the $2 whore. It's been your lifelong dream to expose a $2 whore. Come on.
Oh man.
Let me know when you got it. Yeah, Ringo, $3.99. Go.
Done.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? The $2 whore tonight. This beautiful creature who loves me beyond words, and I don't know why, is Tori Randolph Shiravalo. Yes, I know. You all know her from Discord and the food thread. She dominates that fucking food thread with style, grace, and elegance. Insurmountable Cali Cat, love my bottom of the glass nation. Insurmountable Cali Cat puts another $2 in for Tori tonight. Tori, who you all know, she's in here all the time. Dustin Sutton, towards the Vegas Fund, $2. You guys all know her. And she sent me the picture. Not that I don't have my own. I've got pictures of her going back to when she was 13 years old. I love Tori. Diane Black, $2. Here you go. That's what I'm saying. There you got $2 to put in for Tori, who volunteered out of the kindness of her heart to be the $2 whore. Kids, you're off mic, and I just want you guys to know, Tori is the $2 whore. All right, I'm getting yelled at to go to the sheets. Nobody says I'm having Thanksgiving at my last Okay. Everybody pay attention. Quit fucking texting. Quit commenting. Quit typing. Okay. Okay. Listen. I may need help with this. I might need help with this one. All right. We all may need to drink after this just to get through this. Person's name is nobody. All right. Scott Bartosh jumped in too. Way to fucking be a day late and $1 short, Scott. $2 whore. We've already done it, Scott. God. If I didn't love Scott Bartosh with all my fucking heart, if Tori didn't love Scott with all her heart, that motherfucker would be chastised for being a day late and $1 short. God damn it, Scott. Way to show up to the party late, motherfucker. I know you bring beer, so we're good. Scott Bartosh has been steeped in the program. You guys ever go to the website for the hot sauces? The hot sauces for Gen X Talks? That's all Scott. That's everything to do with Scott and his company in Sacramento. Badass motherfucker supported the program. Dig him with everything you can dig someone in the most fun, badass way. Go look at the website for those hot sauces and those mixes and stuff. Scott makes all those. He lowered himself to include us. That's how badass it is. All right. Oh yeah, we got to go to live stream. Bum, 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 bum. All right, live stream. I'm going to read this to you. And we're going to have to drink to decipher this. It's from nobody. What? I'm having Thanksgiving at my last ex-wife's brother's house. I'm going to stop right there. There's more. Oh, no. There's. Do you see how many of you went for a glass going, motherfucker, what that guy say? His last ex-wife. Fuck. No. I had a drink with you on that one. Fucking A. I'm having Thanksgiving at my last ex-wife's brother's house. His last ex-wife. He has many ex-wives. But his last ex-wife's brother's house. My ex is not allowed to come. Now that part I agree with. Oh, I was married 2 times before Gen X Mom. Now, I fucked up when I was a young man. So wherever I show up, I don't want my ex to show up at all. In fact, wherever I am, my ex-wife is not allowed to show up. My ex-wife is not allowed to come on his property. All right. Restraining order. Nobody says, I'm having Thanksgiving at my last ex-wife's brother's house. My ex is not allowed to come on his property. Restraining order. Let's dissect that for a moment. First of all, his last ex-wife. He's had a few. All right. Second thing, he's showing up at a place that his wife has a restraining order that she's not allowed to go to. I would show up at that very place also, no matter where it was or what it was. I would show up there just so I can call her on the phone and go, you're not allowed here. And I'm here. I don't care what it was. I don't care if I was in the swamps in Bayou, Louisiana. I would go just to say, you can't come here, fuck off. Now, Gen X Mom brings up a good point. His ex-wife is not allowed there because of a restraining order. What's the restraining order for? Come on now, let's move some pieces around the board. Let's figure this out. We're smart here. Oh, Mrs. Fort Watton. So is that a yes or a no on Thanksgiving Day? You know what? I would tell you that you guys are all going to be spending time with family. I would say that all of you Gen Xers are going to have nieces and nephews. You're going to have children and grandchildren, and you have no business being on a live stream with the general. But I'm also going to tell you that I know what Thanksgivings are like in America. And at that moment, when each of you are reaching for one more glass of alcohol, one more can of alcohol. You're going to open up one more bottle of alcohol, and you know what you're going to be looking for is a quiet corner to go to by yourself to get away from everything. Gen X Talks is going to offer you that corner. I will be here. I don't know what time. Maybe it's 6 o'clock. Sounds good to me. I will be here for you fine folks. I will be here for you like I'm certain you will be here for me. Yeah. Let's spend a little time. If it's only an hour, let's spend a little time with Thanksgiving, enjoying the day and getting away from the madness. Now, this is the good part. You guys can use this, and when your wife says, "Where the fuck do you think you're going?" Get your ass back in here and sit down with the family. You can say, "But honey, I have to go. I'm part of the Bottom of Glass Nation. I have to go and see, just for a little bit, I got to see my other family. Surely you won't deny me to spend some time with my..." That's what we're going to do. All right? Gen X Mom has given me the official thumbs up, which means I'm allowed to do it. Not that I have to check with her. I don't got to check with shit. I don't check for shit with her. All right? Wow. Gen X Mom is on microphone now. What did you just tell me?
Watch your mouth.
Okay, you realize that even when the people can't hear you, I can hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm looking at the camera right now. I'm looking. Okay, you know,
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm putting you on camera. You are now on.
You can't even put me in the woodshed.
Are you sure?
How can you put me in the woodshed?
I
You don't even have a keyboard.
I don't.
Lionheart would never.
Lionheart would put you. Two
No,
Bear would put you. Oh shit. Who could I get you to put you in the woodshed?
No.
Okay. Lionheart, you put her in the woodshed.
No.
Or you're fucking fired right now. Somebody put Gen X. Oh, kid wants to be on mic. All right, go.
You can't just fire him. I like him.
I don't care if you like him. Somebody better. I don't have a keyboard. You guys took that shit away from me tonight. Somebody better put Gen X Mom in the fucking woodshed right now.
How do you put her in the woodshed?
Lionheart, it says no.
Hey, you can't put the creek.
Wait, are you telling me she can run her mouth? We don't have the authority to put her in the woodshed? You telling me the Gen X Mom can run her fucking mouth and we can't put her in the woodshed? Trippy says it won't allow us.
I can
Nope.
turn off her camera.
You better watch it.
Well, so can I, but that's not what I want.
Gen Z kid, you better watch it.
Yeah, you better straighten
I'm
up.
not doing it.
Because I'm not doing it.
You know better.
Gen Z kid goes, "I can do it, but I'm not doing it." He's smart. You have the button general? I don't know if I can. I got to wait for her to...
He doesn't even have a keyboard or a mouse right now, so...
Okay,
He's
hold
got a
on.
mouse.
Hold on. I dare you. Gen X Mom, type something in the comment section.
No. Why? You can't make...
I dare you because you're chicken shit. You won't do it. So type something. Let me see what you can do.
If I get put in the woodshed, there is no badonk-donk.
Okay, that is not fair. You can't always... Every time we get into a discussion, you threaten with badonkadonk. Fuck.
Lionheart just said, "I'm going to the woodshed myself now."
Lionheart will put himself in the woodshed. Yeah, okay, to be fair, Lionheart's putting himself in the woodshed just in case you show up.
Oh, is that it?
And he's going to sit there. Now, I don't know why he put you in the woodshed, but you don't deserve to be here. That's it. All
Us
right.
women have the power.
All right. Fuck that. Your microphone's off. Kids' microphone's off. We're back to the live stream. We're back to me, El Jefe, which is where we all started. That's where you want to be. Let's get this shit out of here. Fuck. I can't tell you. And you know what? That hit me. Wisen Oak. Look at that. Oh, shit. No, but Wisen Oak. This is why I'm fucking drinking right now. You can't tell a man he's got no badonkadonk. Hey, what are we living for? What is this world coming to? Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Lost my fucking training wheels. All right, let me go back between the sheets here. Insurmountable Calicat. I love her so much. Oh my God, I see Rudolph the Redness reindeer toys behind you. General, my favorite Christmas claymation, but we don't have all of them. We bought those things from Target. and we're missing. There's a couple characters we never been able to find them. I'm really upset by that. It's Mrs. Four's birthday today, according to Mrs. Four. No. Mrs. Four's birthday today? Mrs. Four, how would you not fill out the birthday thing, the deal on that? Today, November 22nd, is Mrs. Four's birthday. Oh, Mr. Four. Hold on. You're back on mic. Go ahead. What now?
It's Mr. Four. Reread it.
I thought it said Mrs. Four.
Obviously, that's not what it said.
Okay, well, what does it say?
Reread it. She's even telling you it's her husband's birthday.
Okay, calm. Everybody, all right, look, everybody calm your tits.
Read what I wrote.
I'm trying to. Calm down. Everybody calm your tits. Calm down.
They're all yelling at you because you fucked this up.
I've had a few drinks. Can we please forgive the guy who's had a few drinks?
Man,
all
you're
right,
fired.
Turning off your fucking mic, Gen X mom. What did you just say, kid?
Do you want to switch spots?
No, I don't.
If you're fired. It has been probably moved and seconded for Gen Z kid and Gen X dad to switch spots. Is there any debate?
No, nobody has seconded your motion. You can't fire me. Okay, turning off Gen Z kid's microphone. Fuck that. He's gone. All right, let's try this again. It is Mr. Four's birthday today, according to Mrs. Four. All right. Let me start, Mrs. Four, with my three-part apology. First of all, one, you are a loving and kind and generous person. I acknowledge that in front of everybody. Two, the fact that you are able to tolerate me in the capacity to which I fuck up things that you say is beyond compare, and there should be a national holiday in reverence to the motives that you have with Gen X Talks. That's two. Three, part three of my personal three-part apology. On bended knee, Mrs. Four, I did not mean any disrespect to your husband. I did not mean any disrespect to the words that you have typed and misreading them, miscalculating. And I do apologize for my behavior. I only hope that you can forgive me for the transgressions that I have committed. Do you guys realize that was probably the best three-part apology I've ever made in my whole goddamn life? I think Gen X Mom is sitting in there going, holy shit, I've been shortchanged over the years. That was fucking brilliance. You know why? Because it was from the heart. That's right. It was. Oh, fuck. How do I do this? Well, fucking it came up all weird. All right. So here we go. Loud one, $10 to my whole screen. Yellow. Bobblehead. I'm going to drag it behind the truck. You know what? I auctioned this thing off. I offered it as a gift to any of you that wanted to have this bobblehead on your desk, on your mantle, as a centerpiece at Christmas time on your dining room table. There's only one of them. It wasn't even for sale. It was mine. I had to buy this. If you guys purchase it, if you guys, I'm auctioning it off for people that want to go to Vegas that can't afford to go. Right? That part's pretty simple. So if you guys bid on it, and Loud One is in here, Loud One's dominating the field with a couple $100. You know, Loud One, all it would take is for someone to come in here with a PayPal or a super chat of like $250 or $300. You're fucking done. Not that they will, but don't act like you're all out there. And you know what he wants to do with this shit? Wow. I didn't even get a chance to read it. And Gen X Mom deleted it. She fucking deleted it. Loud One says $10. A bobblehead, I'm going to drag it behind the truck down the interstate, then run it over. You can have the crushed peaches back, maybe. And the rest of you are going to stand for that. The rest of you are going to let the image of your general be trounced upon by some hillbilly from Australia. Pasta. Calls his dog Pasta. And you guys are going to let that happen. Well, I live in a world of shame with you. Chush! Mom X is always helping. Plus $2 to Loud's Bobblehead Fund. Chush, you know he's wrong. Chush! Chush! Polly Shore. Chush! Chush, you know he's wrong. You're just standing up for him because he's your guy. Loud One, what do we got here? Loud One, she tried to fry her brother instead of the turkey. Took the shine over. All right. Mrs. Four, question is, are you having a house full, General? Not as full as we've had. Mrs. Four asked if we're having a house full on Thanksgiving. Not as much as we've had. Christmas is going to be a big event around here. There will be tons of pictures, tons of backstory, a lot of the podcast will be, and interviews will be my pot smoking, tree hugging. I love this son coming in. Millennial son's coming in. I love that guy with all my heart. He's coming in. There'll be a big one. Mrs. Ford, this is going to be a sprint. It's going to be a sprint to the end zone. Loud One, she tried to fry. Got that one. Gerald Martin, Gen Z kid, needs to get his ass into In-N-Out Burger. Not on the mic. That's right. Now, hold on. Since Gerald Martin said something about In-N-Out Burger, and I know there is a senior member of In-N-Out Burger who watches our shit. I will not tell you his name, but he watches with incredible infatuation. He sent us some stuff. He's a cool cat. In-N-Out Burger does not support us. They do not sponsor us at all. This guy is just a cool cat who happens to be a fan who sent us a bunch of gear. He's fucking cool. You're not. Shut up. Let me go over to the pictures. And, kid, you're going to have to scroll down. I'm scrolling. No, I didn't go through the sheets. Calm your tits, woman. Stop at the In-N-Out Burger. No. All right, you're unmuted.
What am I doing?
Burger.
Scrolling.
Can you please put up the burger?
I did it. It says B-U-Erger.
Okay. Speaking since you guys brought up In-N-Out Burger, this was the bumper sticker of my generation. In-N-Out. I know we already did this. Quit fucking. Oh, she's in my ear. No shit. Do you ever think, Gen X Mom, there might be one person in here who hasn't been here before? You ever think of that? Maybe I'm talking to that person. We would take this common In-N-Out Burger bumper sticker, and we cut it. Gen Z kid, go to the next one. Urge.
Urge. I'm there. I'm at Urge.
And
it's
we would cut it and put it on the bumpers of our cars in the 80s, and it said this. Consequently, this is how, just out of high school, I earned my first date with Gen X Mom. She saw the bumper sticker, and she said, I'm in. Let's go to the drive-in. All right. Gen Z kids, mic's off. Let's go back to the live stream, and we're moving on. All right. Mrs. Fort Watton, Loud One is going to treasure that bobblehead. No homo. No. He's going to treasure that bobblehead full-blown homo. He's not dragging it behind his truck. It's going to sit on the dashboard of his truck, and he's going to look at that thing with a tear in his eye and fist bump that bobblehead as he drives along America's roads. That's what's going to happen with that bobblehead. All right. Mike Perkins, hell, I needed to start an auction for Vegas to go with me or to go fund me so I can get a professional date. Mike Perkins has been a regular on this program since time began. Has he not? Mike Perkins has been, he is driven all the way to the county fair to see Gen X Mom, the kid, and Buford back when it was a Buford gig. Mike Perkins has subscribed to every place you can subscribe. $1 here, $1 there. In fact, Mike Perkins one time, because, he called you guys out. He called you guys out. Mike Perkins pointed out that if you subscribed to Facebook, which is $1, Patreon, which is $1, the YouTube members, which is $1. If you subscribe to everything that we have that you can be a subscriber on, including Instagram, it was $6. He called you guys out and said it's $6. There's, you know how many subscribers Gen X Mom and the kid have on Instagram? 2 subscribers. 43,000 people following that page, interacting, loving what they're doing. 2 subscribers on Instagram. I laugh my ass off at all of the people on Instagram. That's fucking hilarious. 2. Just so you guys know, Mike Perkins is a real fucking cat. What did he say there? He's had now Mike has put out publicly on the Discord server in the chat room some shit he's going through. That motherfucker's going through some bullshit right now. And guess who's to blame? That's right. Chicks. Chicks, man. Chicks. Mike Perkins is a cool fucking cat. He's been part of you guys. He's been part of the Legion forever, and he's struggling. He's waking up every day trying to find a reason to keep going. He's still here. Yeah. Chicks, man. Chicks. James, hi, Graybeard. Is that really you? Yeah, it's really me. Loud one. $50. Bobblehead. Someone needs to outbid me to save the bobblehead. Really? To save it? You gonna fucking crush it? All right, look, we're 2 hours and 11 minutes in. Everybody's getting tired. We're all hungry. We all got to get some food. We all got to go. I have more stuff to say, but I can't say it here. So I'm going to wait for everyone right now to put up the Discord server. It's a thing. It's chat rooms. It's just a bunch of chat. It's free. It's free. Just a bunch of chat rooms. I'm going there next. All right? Everybody's winding down. We've been doing this for 2 hours. I got more stuff. I got more stories, but I'm running out of support staff. Everybody's up and moving and telling me this shit. All right. All right. I got you. All right. Listen, I'm going to tell the kid to cut the mics and cut the shit. Kid, do I have something here for the end? Do I have something on my end for the end of that?
No, I got it. Or you want me to make one for you real fast?
Yeah, you might have to. I don't have an ending one on here on my stream deck. Listen, I really appreciate you guys tonight. The donations, the super chats, the comments, the interaction. That's why I'm here, is for the interaction. The headset was a new gig because we're learning to incorporate Gen X Mom and the kid. We're going to have some stuff squared away. It's going to be cool. But it takes a minute for us to get there. This is the first night. Maybe we'll be able to bounce around with the camera from the kid to the mom to me to all of us. We're working on it. We're building slowly. With the help of you guys, we're building where we're going. We get warnings all the time from platforms. You're getting close to saying shit you shouldn't say. People are telling you, but you guys keep it going. It's all percentages. If there's 1,000 of you that say we're cool, and there's 100 people that are trying to get us woke banned, that's only 10%. But if you guys shrink to 400, now that 100 is kind of tough on us. They'll do strikes. They'll ban us. You guys keep us on the map because you're here, because you're strong, because you tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Well, like I do. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank every one of you for doing what you do. Thank you guys for participating. I'm not sure where you're listening. I'm not sure where you're watching. From anyone around the world, it looks like Loud One won the bobblehead tonight. My man, my personal friend, Loud One, looks like he got his shit. We all have to pray he won't destroy it. But he's Australian. Who knows what the fuck he's going to do? That is a planet of criminals, and you know it. I learned that in 6th grade. Thank you, guys. All right, got my end stream right there. Got my button to push. Thank you guys for tuning in from everywhere around the planet you guys are listening from and watching from. AM, FM, Sirius XM on the Armed Service Radio Network. I promise you one thing. We're not going anywhere. No, we're sticking around. Thank you guys for showing up. And as always, from the General, I'll catch you guys on the fucking flip side.